another glorious day, my tea sippers, and you know what time it is. I hope you have all of your crumpets together because it's time to dish tea. And you're dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meat.
Can't wait. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat.
Darling.
And hello. Oh, y'all won't let me not do it, honey. Okay. What's going on to all of my tea sippers, my crumpet dunkers, my tea brewers, my pot stirrers, and my tea leaf readers? Honey, what's your tea, honey? What's your tea? I know you got all of your crumpets together, my darlings, because, honey, it's time to dish tea, and you are dishing tea, darlings. With Big Meats. What's up? Oh, babies, it's been a long a long week. Listen, the donut factory, baby, the donut factory. Child, the HR person done resigned. Then they got rid of the chef. Well, no, they demoted the chef and brought somebody else in. Then they got rid of the controller. My department, they got my manager quit a long time ago. Child, the donut factory, baby, when I tell you there's a hostile takeover somewhere that they ain't telling nobody, I mean it. Okay? I mean it. So, guess what? The doll is going to sit there, honey. I'm going to sit there perch and look just look pretty. This is green juice, children. I got my, this is the green goodness from Boathouse, the Boathouse. I got it from Aldi's. Okay? Anywho. So we just going to sit there and look cute. Because I have no clue as to what the hell is going on. And this, that, and the other. So that be that. So having said all that, we got a number of things going on in the world today, honey. Did y'all see the interview with Monique and Tammy Roman? Really, really good. Really good. Okay, so we're going to talk about that later. We're going to get into some things. This whole thing with Kelly Price. And what's my baby? What's my baby? Wait a minute, damn it. Shit. Life Jennings, not getting paid by the promoter. We're gonna talk about that later too. Okay. But in the meantime and in between time, honey, I know all of you are here because if you are a 90s R&B baby, okay, somebody who grew up on it, well, that was my 20s. The 90s were my 20s, okay? So I was a little grown man, a grown queen, honey. Okay, and my fabulousness, honey, in my early 20s. Okay, y'all know what R&B music was for us back at that time. And so today, honey, I titled today's show, The Blaq Pavorotti The Champion, honey, are here. Yes, they are. We have Dave Tolliver and Jason Champion, honey. Men at large are going to be right here with us to sit down here. Just some wonderful oh, baby. We finna get into some tea today, cheering, because I finally got somebody who's been in that gospel circuit that's going to give me some gospel tea, bitch. When I tell you, I've been trying to get some of the gospel children to come on so we can talk about that. but we're gonna get into it today. Okay. Oh, I keep going to this glass. You know why? Because I want a cocktail. This is cute, but bitch, I need a drink. And I think I'm gonna get one. So you know what? I'm gonna do that. Okay, but in the meantime and in between time, let me do this here. Cause I'm waiting on my there go one of my co-hosts. I'm waiting on my co-host to get up in here so they could come on to do this. But you know what? Let's have a little bit of fun. I'm gonna take y'all down memory lane before I bring them up in here. Cause I'm going to do this. Let's start here.
Now, we done talked about all kinds of menses, but today we gonna talk about men's on wax.
You talking about boys to men's?
No.
You got to be talking about men's is at work, didn't you?
Hated it.
Well, what about the real boys?
Hell no.
Well, who is you talking about, baby?
We talking about men's at large.
Ooh, child, them men's, woo! Go ahead, baby, talk about it.
First song we will be reviewing is Use Me.
Baby, them men's is at large. I tell you, they can use me up, baby. Till they use me no more.
Oh, speaking of the next song after that was a song that I really liked it a lot. Talk about good.
Child, let me tell you, I seen them big men's is on the TV. Baby, it was good to me, baby.
Like that Jason, he looks like a big old chocolate Hershey kiss.
Ooh, baby.
I want to talk about was a song which I would wish that they would work on me, and that's 1 to 5.
Hey, man, give me my credit for that.
Get out of here.
Come on,
You
man.
the man.
Come here.
Go
I
on.
heard you. Give me my credit, man. I'm still going to the hospital.
The next,
Fuck all that old timey
hold
bullshit.
on. Stop.
Hey.
The last song that I would like to talk about is a song that I wish that I was with them. Stay Tonight. Anytime you men at lodges, you men just want me to stay, just ask me, and I'll come.
In closing, we give their album 2 snaps and a burp.
Hey, man, I still want my credit.
I was going over the album the other day, right? And y'all know they got the intro and the outro. And I've heard the intro all the time. I have forgotten about the outro. So y'all know this is June and it is Pride Month, right? So I had decided, I said, let me open up with that, child, because that is so cute. And, you know, this was the 90s, honey. So, you know, that was a little play on for 11 Color with me and Zone, honey, 2 snaps. Okay, 2 snaps up and all that kind of jazz. So when I saw that, honey, I said, listen, you know what? Yeah, okay, LaShawn. Okay, right. I have forgot about it too. So I'm sitting up here, I cried, right? And I said, listen, that's a cute opener. And I think, so we're going to go into that. So without any further ado, let me bring in my co-host. Nick, you ready?
Hey.
Hey,
I had
okay.
to report just in case somebody get petty up in this.
Okay, you know what? Hold on.
I don't have the roll money, but I will sit in your ass today. Cause
Okay.
I don't know why, but I'm in one of those. It's one of them.
Girl, well,
let's get this right.
Okay.
Ain't nothing happened. I'm just
right. Yeah. Get into your chi.
Thank God I looked at the clock, honey, because I was
Your chi.
playing bingo and watching that movie, child. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Y'all know I don't lie to y'all.
Girl, okay, we'll talk about that in a minute. She said,
but the men's at large is here. The men's at large here.
The men's is at large.
That's all I need to know. The men's is
the men's is.
The men's is here.
Without any further ado, let us welcome, honey, my babies, Dave Tolliver and Mr. Jason Champion. Honey, they are better known as Men. What's up? What's up? What's up? Hello. What's your tea, darling? What's your tea?
I clocked your Audi as soon as I came in the room. You already know what time it is.
Hey, wait, but you clocking all these goddamn it. Hold on. This ain't no damn padding, honey. This is natural shit.
Where that Banji fish at? Where that Banji fish?
Banji fish, honey. Yes. Okay. Jason, I got to bring you up to snuff. I done gave this child and taught him some damn gay lingo, honey, and Lord have mercy.
I'm in the
I hope
culture.
Red ain't here then.
And no, he coming. Okay.
I'm in the culture.
Wait a minute.
Hi, what you think?
Am I gonna be with all the foolishness tonight? I'm not gonna have no
Listen,
secret
okay.
tonight, so they know some of the stuff too. Lord,
It's what it is, child. So we're going to get started because this here I have been waiting for this moment because, like I said in the intro, this has all been a revelation of sorts for a lot of us, particularly men of size. We didn't get a lot of love and carrying on, and besides Heavy D and Big Pun, honey, there were you two. Okay, who are absolutely representing and giving us the business, honey, for showing us what it was to be stylish, to move, and to have some actual lyrics and content to your music. So let's get started. And Dave, you've been here on a few occasions, so you know what the repertoire is. But what I'm gonna start with Jason because.
Absolutely.
Jason. First off, I want to say welcome back. Okay, not that you, because I don't believe that you ever left. Because as I was going through some things, I saw that you were still writing and had gave a couple of songs over on a couple of projects and carrying on. But here is the burning question that I want to start off with to set the tone, and that there is, you are back. Explain to the children why coming back to reclaiming your legacy is important to you.
You miss me. I think you have to put some food on his nose and then his mouth will move.
Oh, hush, child.
Is he frozen?
He probably frozen.
Did you freeze, baby? Unfreeze. Okay, well, while he's getting unfrozen, okay.
His internet in his house is horrible.
Because y'all know this thing, you guys. I'm a filmmaker, and when the lighting ain't right, it's gonna drive me nuts. So I'm gonna calm down until I get this.
Okay, get it together.
Your lighting is fine. You good?
No, that's gonna bother her.
I appreciate that, but it'll drive me crazy.
Okay, he's trying to come in on another system. And that one ain't linked in yet. Okay, so in the meantime, while we're waiting on him to get his together, Dave, take it. What is it now having Jason back? What does it mean to you? And it is kind of a bittersweet kind of deal this go round.
Yeah, my partner that I was with for the last 25 years, he passed away January 11th. But Jason and I had already started recording January of last year. Incidentally, today is Gemini's birthday, so happy heavenly 53rd birthday to my brother Gemini Porter, man. I miss you, man. I love you. And we're going to ride for you all the way till the wheels fall off this one. And if we sitting in the car together, the wheels definitely going to fall off with me and Jason. But it's I think, the difference is now we're grown. And it's been a long time, man. Me and him been together since birth. My mom and his mom were best friends for 30 years before my mom passed away. So we 3 years, Michelle, my wife tripping out because Jason didn't know and I wasn't going to tell him till he got here. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
Yeah, he didn't know. Yeah. And so I wanted him to get a laugh out of it. And so we were together all the time. So I think initially, for us, it was like a relationship, man. You was like, damn, I'm with this nigga every day, all day. And, during the summer, it was like that. He would go to the radio station with me. We were together. And I think at a certain point when he became a man and started, and he could correct me if I'm wrong, when he started having his own ideas and money and time, things just kind of got different. But he had a calling on his life from God, you know what I'm saying? But it's definitely different now. The things that used to offend us and piss us off back in the day, they don't even make a difference. I think right now we're both in this thing for a bigger purpose. We want to so to speak, heal the land, so to speak. We're both men of faith. You know, even though I'm a wild dude, you know I'm wild. I mean, you already know. We're both men of faith. I'm trying to get keep my head in there. I'm a family man, and but you know, we feel like we have a mission. We started recording. Just look, we together on the interview on Jim and I's birthday. We started recording 7/13/20. That was Gerald's birthday. The last time we were together on a concert was like 2014 on Gerald's birthday. And when we finished recording the first song, the engineer said, "Hey guys, I don't know if you know or not, but because Jason they went to this thing, he said, I think this time God is going to do this and God's going to do that." And normally I'd be like, "Man, shut up." But this time I was like, "I'm with you." No, when I was young, man, and I wanted to go get tail at the club. That's another story too.
Oh no, we're gonna get into that.
And so he kept saying, "Man, we don't need to go. We don't need to go." And the axle kept breaking on the limo. They said, "We'll get to that." But this time, and then we almost got beat up. But this time, I was like, "I believe," because you go through life and you see things, you go through things, and you find out your own truth. And
Right.
if your two truths match or they're similar in what they represent, then it's going to be an easier transition and an easier road to go down this time. And I just think, man, this album, man, I sent you 2 records. This album is so incredible. Going forward, man, it's I think it's probably going to be. I don't want to speak it, but it's probably going to be kind of rough. But when everybody smells it, oh man, they're gonna want to ingest it all the time, man.
Okay, let me bring our other co-host, Big Red, and got in here.
Lord,
Oh, this dude.
here we come with the
Boss Hog.
What's happening?
Boss Hog is in the building.
I see y'all up here. You got Hood Rich in the building, huh? No, Lord.
Don't do it. I was gonna say, I don't know if you guys remember this, but I believe it was like 1993, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was just coming back to Philly, and remember David
Philly John.
Yes, definitely a Philly John. I just got home from Philly the other day. I was there for my birthday on Sunday.
That's what's up. The Bull.
But I think Dave and Buster's had just not too long ago open because we were coming from overseas and everything. And y'all was in Dave and Buster's. And I
EST was in there.
My sister, and I was like, yo.
It probably was me looking at your sister, wasn't it?
I don't know.
It probably was me.
But we was just looking because remember when Dave and Buster's first opened in Philly, that's where all the stars hung out. That's where
I remember
all players hung out. So we was always there. And like I grew up behind the scenes in the business and stuff. So it was like as soon as I told y'all, I knew exactly. But it was just so dope. I was like, yo. And I never was that person like when we saw people or met people to say anything.
Why?
We were around so many people that it wasn't that big of a deal. But I was just like, I was really hype about seeing y'all. And y'all couldn't see that, but I was hyped.
You could have had a better back than you had now.
Lord have mercy.
Listen, you know what's crazy is we were not filming. We were making our second album, and we were in Philly, and we were staying at the Corman Suites downtown. And I don't know if I remember you, but I remember doing that because EST from 3 Times Dope was in there.
EST.
That's the Agniculus one. I'll be the greatest man alive. I love EST.
Yeah,
3 Times Dope was so dope.
Too. I love EST too because that Philly thing is like we were all so close and tight and stuff back then. The Philly artists were pretty close, and we had that thing like all the live band open mic spots and stuff.
Kenny
like that.
Whitehead.
You know that, John?
That's little bro.
No.
Rest in peace, Johnny Whitehead.
Would y'all tell him? Y'all ain't tell him?
And Papa Whitehead.
Y'all didn't tell him?
That's family. That's
my uncle.
Right.
Kenny,
I'm talking about his son is my dude, Kenny.
No, I'm saying that's my cousin.
Oh, okay. That's my guy. I love that dude so much. That's my guy. Yeah.
2 of my cousins was just here. They was here last month, and then they was here again. Kia. I mean, all of his kids look just like him, but Kia and I want to say Johnny so bad. I hate when I say Johnny.
Yeah, right.
Kenny and Johnny sound so much like they dad. Like I've literally, when we had the John Whitehead Foundation, I was running that.
Mm-hmm.
And one day I came in the studio, and Johnny was in there singing, and I just bust out crying because I'm like, either I'm going crazy somebody playing a new song that we ain't never heard from my uncle before. I didn't know that Johnny was in the studio. So when I walked in there, and he was like, "Why are you crying?" I said, "You sound just like your father. Like that is crazy.
Oh man.
It's so crazy."
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Jason,
Oh, man.
you know, got it together.
I
Okay.
hope so. Good grief.
Man, I had to log in on my computer, man. My
Yes,
phone.
I'm glad that you did, honey, because the telephones, StreamYard is real funky with telephones.
So Jason, you don't remember Boss Hog down there and Meech was on the on my roast for my birthday?
Vaguely, yes.
The one that wasn't funny at all is the dude in the red hat. He was
That's not true.
It's Jason! Lord have mercy.
I knew it. I told them
Please don't
when we
get
were setting
him
up for this
started,
show
y'all.
that you was coming for me. But let it go. Just let it go. Just let it go. It was all love. Let it go.
Have mercy.
You need Red. You need
Okay.
you need me to take
Go ahead,
him
get
to
to Jason.
pedicure?
Go ahead.
I take him to pedicure.
Okay. Jason,
Yes, sir.
I wanted to set the tone with you because we have such a bittersweet moment with your return back to the group, you know. But the question becomes, what was it that brought you back to reclaim your legacy with Men at Large? And for me, I want to say, I don't even think that you ever left, because I noticed that you have been writing still, and there was a couple songs I believe that were on the albums that David, Jim, and I had done that you had written. I just what is it that brings you back to your roots and to say, no, you know, this is who I am?
How much time we got?
Give it all, baby.
I was
Listen,
getting ready to
this
say whatever you want to say.
is internet, sugar. You got all that. I control this one, so give it to me.
Yes, honey. Come on, baby. We already clocked your Audi when you saw your face.
You're so damn dumb.
He clocking out.
Shut the hell up, man. Shut up.
Get your Banji fish together. Come on, man.
Man, you see?
Listen,
Shut up, man.
I'm done. Baby.
he's not going to take me out of here like this. The other day, when we was at the house in the rainbow trout, I'm still trying with that one. Now here you go with the Banji fish.
So what happened was, man, it really is. Every time I tell the story, because a lot of people have been asking us now that we're doing these interviews, I never imagined a world in which I would go back to Men at Large.
Okay.
I flirted with the idea several times, but you got to understand, when I left, I was sitting in my basement of my grandmother's house where I grew up. I was getting high, something that I said I would never do. Mm-hmm. My mother dated men who smoked marijuana, you know, did that kind of thing. And my association in my head with marijuana was always no good, you know, having ass people. You know, that was I'm comfortable with the fact that I am a man of faith now. I've come a long way. And sometimes I say ass, sometimes I cuss, you know, and I don't think God is upset with me because I do that. However, I'm not saying you can make a lifestyle of doing what you want to do, but you know, anyway, you know, a lot of people say you cuss. Yeah, sometimes.
Pastors cuss.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I don't try to hide it. And you know, back in the day, we live in a different time now. Back in the day, if you cuss, listen to R&B or whatever, you was going to hell. I do not believe that anymore. I'm not saying you ain't got anyway. So I'm sitting in my grandmother's basement. I'm getting high, and I'm high as jacks. I'm high.
Man, we high now.
And no, I'm not. I'm high as jacks. And all of a sudden, man, this imaginary fly was flying around me, and I'm doing like this, and I'm smacking at the air. Literally, this is a real true story.
It's on the main line.
Man, true story. I'm sitting in my basement. I'm getting high. I'm smacking at the air. And all of a sudden, I hear this voice, and it said, God says, it's not a fly, it's me. And I'm like, and I know the voice of God when I hear it. I do.
Okay.
And he says to me, I will not stop bothering you. Just like that fly, I'm not going nowhere. I'm here to irritate and upset your world. In other words, I ain't going nowhere. It's time for you to come out of Men at Large. That's over. And I sat there like, that really just happened. Now, mind you, I'm high.
Right.
But when the Holy Spirit come and arrest you, it don't matter what narcotics you are up under, because the Holy Spirit will sober you up quick. And so I'm sober now. I'm clear that this is the voice of God talking to me. And he said, it's over. And I knew immediately what he meant when he said it's over.
Okay.
I sat there. I had to process that for a little while. And I didn't want it to be over. Men at Large had become my identity. It was what I loved. I loved going on the road with this guy. I loved packing my suitcase, going to different hotels, getting on private jets, clowning and acting a fool, playing the game. I mean, it was what I knew. It was from 17 to 26. That's what I did. That's how I became a man, traveling and doing that. I was in the 11th grade when Gerald found us.
Wow.
So I'm getting high, and he says it's over. And I talked to Dave a couple days later, and I called him, and everybody knows the story by now. I picked up the phone to call him. I dialed the number. Phone never rang. I'm listening for it to ring. It never rang. And all of a sudden, I hear on the other end, hello? And it's Dave. I swear on everything I love. I dialed the number. I swear if I'm lying, I'm flying. No phone ring, no nothing. He's on the other end. And I'm like, he didn't call me. My phone didn't ring on my end. I'm calling him to tell him I have to quit. Not knowing how he's going to take this. He doesn't remember this, but he was calling me to tell me he wanted to go solo.
Wow.
He was a hip hop fanatic. He wanted to do his hip hop thing. And so we mutually agreed that we were going to separate. A couple of days later, he called me. We had some shows that came through for some serious money.
Right.
And I was so convicted, man. I felt like God, I couldn't go back just to make this money. This was a test. I felt like this was a test.
Yes.
It was like, what was it, 15 grand or something good money back then. And I said, I can't go. He was so upset, understandably so. But I knew that I had to hold firm to my conviction.
Mm-hmm.
And I went out a couple weeks later. I'm regular people now. My grandmother said, I don't know what you're going to do, but you got to get a job. I'm like, Grandma, I just got finished flying off Lear jets, private jets, being on TV. What is you saying to me right now? Give me a minute. She didn't give me a minute.
No.
And I went out one day, man, praying, not knowing where I was going. I'm praying and asking God, just lead me. I have no idea what's happening, what I'm doing. I drove my car and I literally stopped at 3 places. And the third place this is at a time when you still had to go in and fill out applications, wasn't online. The third place I went to, man, it was an old pastor. He pastored a church, but he was also the head of security for the security company. Immediately, he said, man, I like you. Something about you. I'm going to hire you. Meech, I went from making $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 a weekend to this man offering me a job making $550 an hour.
Oh, geez.
Look, when he handed me my security guard uniform, I busted out in tears. I could do it now, but I won't, because I remember from where I had come from. I said all of that to say,
don't you cry.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna.
I know I'm a cry baby, honey.
I said all that to say, God brought me out of that, and I was content. He blessed me to go forward and do a lot of things. Signed with My Blaq Records, which is where Mary and a lot of other people are. Got nominated for a Grammy in 2008. I've done some good things. God has been good to me. I never thought he would take me back to the place that he came and brought me out of. When Dave and I got together July 13th to go in the studio for the first time, we had talked about it. Here it is. I still it didn't process in my mind and in my heart what was happening. I just felt like, okay, I could do this. I could do this. We're going to do a couple of songs. And man, we went in that studio It was July 13th. It was my little brother's birthday. Jason Champion, who is our producer, writer. He's written songs. He wrote R. Kelly, Same Girl for R. Kelly and Usher. He wrote Ride With You, Joe and G Unit. Long list of stuff that he's written. And he got us sounding amazing, man. It's like we never left. Like, and I don't usually toot my own horn. I'm not that guy. I don't toot the horn. I don't ever feel like this.
He took the coat.
We went in there, man, and this magical thing happened. And it was July 13th. It was his birthday. It was my brother's birthday.
Gerald's birthday.
It was Gerald's birthday. And as we were talking about the song, the first song that we selected to record, as we were talking about this momentous occasion that is Dave and Jason coming back together, not because we're so wonderful, but we did what we did. We achieved what we achieved. We have a place in R&B history. And so for us to come back together was a special thing. And the engineer looked at us and said, well, just to add a little bit of, mystique to the story, the song that we selected, the very first song that we decided to record, there was no title. The producers normally give their songs a title. He said there's no title. All he called this song was 713.
Wow.
At that moment, I knew God had ordained me to be with Dave. I still didn't understand why. Over time, these last few months, in my meditation time, in my prayer time, God will show me glimpses of things like us on stage. And the other day, I told Dave it was like God was showing me this vision. This pandemic has changed the way we do life. People are not in church the way they once were. But God is still very real. Salvation is still very real. Your soul is still very real. Heaven and hell is still real. Where they going to get it at? They can log online and go to church. But when you come to our concert, it's going to be an experience. We're going to make you laugh. We're going to make you cry. We're going to sing some of them songs you remember. But you still going to get who we are. And at the end of the day, I love God. And you're going to get that whole experience, man. We ain't going to shove it down nobody's throat. But God been too good. God been too good to a lot of people. And we're going to give them that experience, man, and talk about it. So I never imagined a world where I would be back with Dave. But now I see God brought me back because it's a lot of people that still need to hear that message. It's a lot of people that still need to hear that music. And so I'm so grateful, man, that I'm excited. And I normally don't get excited. Like people say, you excited? You excited? No, I'm not. Not that I'm not. I'm grateful to be doing it. But with this, I'm excited because I feel God. I feel God every day, literally. Go ahead.
Okay, now here's where it is. Now, let's go back. What was that during the early days of starting out and the transformation? Because see, let me tell you what I'm hearing. What I'm hearing you say is before you had your moment and your reckoning, that perhaps you wasn't necessarily embraced and walking with God in the industry because the industry is sex, drugs, rock and roll.
Not at all. I was all for the sex,
drugs,
all
over him though. But I mean, it was
I was all for the sex, drugs, and rock and roll. I was there for it. That's what I wanted.
It still was all over him, and that's how we separated because we was in LA. We was on a video shoot. Let's talk about it. We was one of the first people to work with Hype Williams. This dude, it was probably 20 chicks, us two. If you look at the video, they was in these little short tennis skirts with the panty joints that match. And you know me. Listen. You know, I'm 24 years old. I'm fresh cut. I'm like, yeah. They in there. We chilling. We getting high. We smoking weed. This nigga, I mean, it was so much smoking that you'd have thought Snoop Dogg was there. It was you could have picked and choose one or two if you wanted to. This dude says, he looks at me, he passes me the blunt. He says, and God said that in the beginning of the wheel that Jesus would come down and he would rain down and bring all of this. And I said, I'm just sitting there. He went on for like 15 minutes. The smoke, somebody got babysitting duty. The smoke started clearing. the lights start getting brighter, and them girls start closing their legs and pulling down their skirts. And I walked over to him and I was like, "My nigga, this is our last album," and it was. I knew it.
Wow.
At that point, I knew it. I think, if you want your kids or your people to be a certain way, you have to give them that. You can't just expect them to fall into it. If there's something that you want them to be or something to see, you have to put them there. And it's not about
you gotta
forcing
be it.
them.
You can't be it. It's not do as I say, not as I do.
That was his life. He was around the church all the time. That was the Hubbards. Me, I was in church, but at 13, I got pulled out the church. My uncle, who was my dad, I was at the radio station from the time I was 13 all the way till I was 30. That's where I was at. And then we ended it. Look, my grandfather took a choir to sing for President Roosevelt. Jason and I toured with Bill Clinton to the black colleges when he was running for president.
Wow.
If you want it, you have to show it to him and show them the way to go. There's no other way they can get there. There's no other way they can get there unless you show them. So that it was all over him. I remember when he did his first. I was so mad at this dude. We was going. My boys wanted to jump him, but I was like, nah, don't do it. We was at the sermon, his first little sermon at the church. He was like, he looking at me, dead at me. He going, David, the drugs, the women, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm never coming back. And the whole church is looking at me.
I'm delivered before I'm delivered.
I'm delivered.
The whole church.
I don't want drugs no more.
The whole church looking at me, and I'm like,
just young preacher, being a young preacher, and just being out of place, not understanding how to navigate through those waters. You be so zealous, and so you don't understand. I was 26?
I had to be, you wasn't that old yet, man. 96, I was 26. You was younger than that, man.
So I was 23.
96, 23, 24.
Okay, so
yeah.
Dave is our age.
Yeah, I'm 50. I'll be 51 next month.
All right, now hold on. Let's press pause because you brought up that music video, and that was one of the songs I had in the queue. So let's see it.
just you and me. Kiss and touch so much. Now you got a serious hold on me, and everything you do is alright. And I'll be gentle, I'll be careful. Yes, I will. Listen. I don't mean to be sweating you. All I want to do is just talk to you. I don't mean to be sweating you. Oh, give it to me. Let's talk about it. Let's talk. Let's talk. I really want to talk about the birds and the bees. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about kiss and touch.
Yes, yeah. Let's talk about it, honey.
Let's talk
See what I'm talking about?
About it and dish this tea. Now let me do this. Let me do this. Because here is something that I've been wanting to ask you too. Because I noticed your singing style has been I won't call it it's a cadence rhythm, but you're more so a give and take kind of guys, to where, okay, if Dave is gonna take the first verse on the first go round, when you got through the refrain and the first chorus on the second verse, you took the lead, and then Dave would come behind you. What was that dynamic like for you two to be recording, and how did you manage not to become battling partners with one another on riffs and runs and shit like that when it comes down to singing, and then not letting ego get in the way?
It was a different time. That riffing and running, that has taken place, that has taken over probably in the last 15, 20 years, maybe.
Would you please
where
tell them? Because if
everybody
I just implore somebody to stand still and sing a damn song, can you just sing
yeah,
the song?
that particular I guess vocal acrobatic thing has become more prevalent now. When Kim Burrell came on the scene, it really, that's when it really blew up. When Kim Burrell, and we found out, like, what the hell is this? Who is this? Everybody wanted to emulate that. So back then, David and I really didn't know no better. It was just, man, we was a group. We grew up together. We was boys, and Burrell had this formula. And because he told who to go in the booth and sing. Okay, you go in there, you go in there. We were so young and happy to be fulfilling a dream. At least I was. I think I could speak.
I was too.
Man, I was in high school. I didn't care. I was with Gerald Levert. I was doing something that I had dreamed about. I didn't care. We didn't know no better.
Okay,
You did
now
a wonderful job in doing it. Like, those were times when people just went in, we go in, you sing, and that was it. Or you went in to do your part, and you went in to do your part, and then y'all know what the hell it sound like until when they finish.
And Gerald was a genius, man. Gerald was a genius. He knew what he was doing. He knew what formula to put with me and Dave, and it worked. And what's crazy is my little brother, man, he's such a student of the game. He became who he is by first starting cutting his teeth listening to Minnie Large's first two albums backwards and forwards. So when we got in the studio for him to produce us, I didn't know this, but he told us, like I'm nervous. I'm like, man, you didn't work with R. Kelly, and I'm your brother. We didn't work together before. He was like, yeah, but I learned how to do this listening to y'all. And so for him to have this formula now, I really wish I can't wait for y'all to hear this music, Meech. I swear, man.
They about to hear it. I sent them 2 joints.
Yes,
man,
it's coming.
It's so good. And so my little brother, he switched it up to a degree, because Gerald would typically have Dave set up the song and me come with the high singing voice and
yeah, he wants you to bring it home. Yeah,
but Dave then got so cold. I swear, man, everybody asked me, that's Dave. I'm like, this nigga is singing.
Okay, you know what? Hold on. Let me press pause right there because see, you going somewhere and see now you done made me nervous. Let me tell y'all something. Okay. Here is what I have come to learn about men at large over the years. Okay. And that there is
We sexy.
what I knew, honey, don't start on that one. Okay.
Please don't start
Y'all
on him.
heterosexual, leave me alone. Now, y'all leave me alone. I know it's gay pride, but believe me, B, y'all are heterosexual, please. And I'm outnumbered. No, don't do that.
Listen, I'm trying to get a female white hair in the stream because I feel like I'm up here by myself. I told my cousin, I was like, girl, I just sent you the link.
Here's where this is. Back in the day, the youth and exuberance and carrying on that you guys exuded, coming into understanding what it means to be a big guy in this business. You know, I don't like the word obesity, honey. We were just big guys. We were big guys, men of size and carrying on. And at that particular time, y'all were pretty. Okay, y'all were pretty big boys with a voice.
Couldn't they be handsome?
Okay.
Nah, I was pretty.
No,
I know you was pretty. I'm trying to help Jason out. Yeah, you've been pretty.
Okay.
What Nino say? I ain't never liked you.
Okay, so here's where it is. In the earlier stages of what it was, and this is just my observation. Y'all knew y'all had voices, and that was what was getting y'all girls. So it was a lot of lazy singing, as far as I was concerned. Okay. Yeah, this one right here next to you up top, that little fucker right there. Yeah.
Don't talk about him.
No, I am because I told him this already. I can tell him to
look, Dave, I got your back.
Hey, he's rocking Audis, man.
Chill. A clock to Audi, honey. Okay. All right. Okay.
What was that look?
Huh?
What was that look you just gave him? What look was that?
Never mind that. Okay.
Wait a minute. Is that one of your children? Was it sweetheart?
Oh look, hey, there go that gig. Hey, Nikki, there go that giggle shit. You heard that, right?
Sweet home Alabama.
Go ahead, Mitch. Go ahead, Mitch.
Okay. Yeah. So what it is? No, Dave knew he could sing. But earlier on, it was more so I'm going to do enough because I knew that's what the girls liked. Okay. And then, of course, being groomed into this whole universe and this whole world. Y'all, hell, Gerald, honey, that was the teddy bear, honey. Gerald was the teddy bear. Okay. That mocha chocolate teddy bear.
You think about who else was the only Luther and Freddie I used to be scared of when I was little. Barry White.
Okay, but no, Barry has already retired. You know, he was.
But I'm saying those was the only big people, and it was still cool to be sexy. And then Gerald let it in. Gerald let it in. And like, what?
Hey, and don't forget, don't forget though. On the hip hop side. Heavy D made it okay too.
Heavy D made it okay to be sexy because he's a big guy that was moved and he taught us what it was for a big guy to dress because all we had were the fat boys who were sitting there. Okay, so Heavy D came in and showed us what it was to be presentation, but he was rap. Okay, he had a couple of vocals here and there, but he was basically hip hop and rap. Y'all were the singers. And so it got to a point for me after listening to y'all. Yeah, y'all could bring the house down when you wanted to, but it was laziness in it because it was just enough to get the girls. And then there's youth. Okay, oh yeah, I could sing, you know, blah blah blah. Hit a couple of notes and bitch, you throw a panties that you're carrying on, and hell, you thought you score for the night. So okay, cute, but
no Christian Jesus.
But then as you guys started to come into your own. Okay, to understand the power of it. And then not just understand the power, but then to recognize that there was a responsibility with it. That's when a lot of that changed. Because this fucker here, This one, I don't know if you told him. Okay, if you don't,
Me?
you
Me?
know what the fuck I told you the other day.
What you tell me?
If you don't, okay, I watched him in the play, and
Oh God.
Oh
I
yeah.
told him, I said, boy,
Which play?
don't nobody know them motherfucking vocals like that. Not like that.
Which play?
Don't nobody know them vocals.
They finna know now.
And I said, wait a minute, I said, that's the Dave that everybody needs to fall in love with because you've been playing. Okay, you've been playing the business that got fucked up with the business that hurt your feelings. Y'all got industry hurt and carrying on, and then not wanting to sit down there to let the folks hear what you are about. Boy, if you don't, I'm gonna get a wet lasagna doodle and beat your ass, honey. Okay, because I need
Dre.
somebody to wrap around that wide motherfucker. Okay,
Meech,
yeah,
is the chick with the juice in the queue?
yeah, she here.
Okay.
Yeah, she here. Hold on, let me bring her in.
Your thing gonna start buffering, ain't it?
No, don't you do that. Don't you do that.
But
Really
here,
artists like that.
here's where this is, because see, after looking at that particular video and seeing yourselves, and I know you said, okay, I remember that like it was yesterday, and then we're talking about what it was during the shooting of all that. What would both of y'all tell that 20-something-year-old version of yourself? What would you tell you now?
You want the
Go ahead, man.
truth?
Go
I
ahead.
want the complete truth.
Are
Just
you
the tea,
sure?
baby. No, not just the tea. We're gonna dunk a couple of crumpets. I want all the I want all the crumpets in there. Hey, chick.
Hey, everybody.
Can y'all see that white head face in the screen? Do y'all see
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
I
got.
can hear you. Almost
Yeah, let Dave
Everybody.
answer
he's
the
smoking
question.
in this camera, but I forgot we ain't on the other app right now. Go
Oh,
ahead.
I'm not even smoking in the camera, though.
It's all right. We ain't on that app, but come on.
Yeah, we ain't on that app. You guys.
How y'all
That
doing
is
today?
Tia Whitehead. I'm sure you
Good. How
are
you doing?
friends with some of her brothers.
Yeah,
She
Kenny,
got
that's my bro. Kitty, that's my dog.
For real, that's my brother, too. We brothers? Think
No,
you
that's
my brother, too?
no, that's my dog, Kenny.
No,
Oh,
she
I
messing
thought
with
we
you.
was
She talking about
related.
that's my brother too. Is she trying to say? You know, her father had 99 kids. She was making sure it wasn't wrong. I think
We look
even
alike a little bit. I don't know.
Okay.
No doubt.
We look alike. I don't know.
Let me get the
All right.
DNA.
All right. Press pause. Now, what would y'all tell y'all 20-something-year-old selves if you were to talk to them now? After seeing that video, what would you tell yourself?
Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, Truth Master, give it to me.
I'll be like, dog, you see Shorty over there?
Okay.
It ain't gonna change.
I'll be like,
Right.
dude, if I was you, I'd get her and her. No, on reality, I think one of the biggest mistakes we've had as a group and me going forward afterward is I've never had the proper type of representation. Period. I've never had the proper team, so which made me recluse myself from anybody, and I handled everything on my own because I never trusted anybody. And because after we left Gerald and them, we loved Gerald, but there were some things that, put it this way, it was an industry situation.
I was going to say it was
Right.
the industry
So
back then. It was the industry.
and they come from the gambling huff and all the other stuff like that, where everybody didn't
Look, Kenny, we
necessarily
about to
get
fall out.
I don't care about that, but it's the truth about the business. I'm saying anytime you put on all that sweat equity and you only getting 5 cents a record, look at what Ray Charles, 5 cents a record. Like, come on, I think the people that kind of broke that was Tony Braxton and Michael Jackson when the time came down. I think she got 20 and he was getting a quarter. That's when he was only getting a quarter for all the records he was selling. So for me, I would tell him, hey man, look, you about to go through some shit, dog. It's gonna be some life-changing things going forward down the road. Prepare yourself, be ready, because the industry is disgusting. At that time, we had the world at our feet. They was giving us whatever we wanted. So I probably would tell myself, be like, dude, put that rubber on, nigga. You're gonna go through about 5 or 6 DNA tests, and they all gonna come back negative. And it's just it's a bunch of stuff I can tell myself. I mean, Honestly, man, after we left Gerald, I kept getting around cats who made me feel like I was the king of the world. My pockets was big. I was making hundreds of thousands with these cats. Real talk, and it didn't make a difference, and I didn't care, and I was rolling. And if I would have told them, hey man, be careful. All money ain't good money. I would have probably made myself get a couple jobs along the way like he did. I mean, I did that. I did it too. I worked at Dun and Bradstreet for a minute. I went to the Virgin Islands and did radio for like a year because that was my niche. That's how I started my career out. But I would just, man, I can't even just tell you one thing that I would tell me. It's so many different things that I would tell me. And it's stuff that I try to tell my kids now. And they look at me like, this ain't when you was young, nigga. It's different. I said, okay. All right.
Wow.
We'll see.
Okay.
I will be the first to tell you guys, when we first started in this, and my cousin is down there, she would attest to this. The first word I taught my kids when they said, this is what we're doing, let me tell you about this good old word called recoupable. Let me explain to you what that word means. Because I want all my goddamn money back. I want all my money back. Before they start paying me for the actual job that I do for y'all, all the money I put out, I want it back. But being able to recognize what's going on is the most important part. When we got our family members or people that we care about coming into the business, like Ray to tell you too, like our thing is they have to know the business. Everything I learned every step of the way, everything, look, I don't know which way my finger pointing, but everything that her father went through, bullshit, taught us what we needed to do as far as paying attention. We had a family member offer us the contract thinking because you're a family member, we ain't gonna read it. And you're asking for 99% of my daughter's royalties. Bitch, you don't write a song. You don't get in the booth. You ain't at no rehearsal. You ain't putting up no money. You ain't doing nothing.
But that's what they do.
That's what they do. That's part of the game, Nick.
Exactly, but you think because yeah, and they thinking you're not gonna read it. I'm thinking somehow you family. I mean, you supposed to take care of my kids. You really, man. I said we ain't signing that. We're not signing nothing. Oh, no, that had to be a mistake. No, it wasn't.
You know what, Nick? Nick, you know what? I'm glad I got the both of y'all here at the same time, because I do want to say this to y'all, and this is genuine. You know what I'm saying? Dave, me and you, we crack jokes and all that, you know what I'm saying? And I check on you, you know what I'm saying? When you're at the hospital, you get the thermometer up your butt, you know what I'm saying? All that. I get that.
The way I like it.
I hate it here.
Okay, but at the same time, though, I really wanted to thank y'all because not knowing this, and it's probably millions of people that this has happened to, based on you all's music. I've been through a lot of roads that's familiar and similar to yours, Dave. And I've been revealed to him the way Jason has. But through my entire life and you all's career, you have been there. It was like you all were my go-to albums that kind of got me out of slumps.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? You all were. I have to be honest with you. I have lost a lot of people, mom, dad, grandma, all that in the same year. Like back-to-back funerals, same year, all different issues. And my in the darkness, listening to your music, it brings me out. And when I have those moments where I want to sit back and reflect on them, I listen to your all songs.
My man.
You all stuff is so genuine in your vocals, you know what I'm saying? And me being in the business myself, the vocals that you all put out, it touches me. I can listen to something and it go in the left ear and out the right ear. And okay, a nice song, whatever, I could have wrote it better and I keep moving. But you all actually go through my soul.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. And I have to thank y'all because I consider y'all to be the counselors of my life in hard situations that I've had.
Oh, you better say that.
So I wanted to tell y'all that I wanted to make sure that I was here tonight at this show. I dropped everything else I had going on. As a matter of fact, I was supposed to record tonight. I recorded yesterday just so I could be. So I just wanted to make sure that I told y'all to y'all face. Thank you.
Appreciate that, man.
I want to hear what Champ would have said to his younger self because he was young when he kind of jumped in on it.
He said, "Watch out, Weight Watchers."
I hate it here, cousin. You see why I called you in here?
No, I'm trying to be quiet.
I can't wait to hear what he gonna say. I can't because I know it's gonna be eloquent. Go ahead.
Shut up, man. Like Dave said.
My wife said, thank you, Dave and Jason.
You're welcome.
Because they know when y'all bring me out that dark space, I get my mind together and I get back into my craft.
That's what's
like Dave so eloquently said, there's a ton of stuff you would tell your younger self, but the one thing that I would tell little Jason, because it has been a thorn in my side. I just turned 48, and for 46, maybe 47 of those years, trying to be, or I should say, I would tell him it's okay to be who you are.
Come on.
You ain't got to be or sound like your father. You don't have to be him. You don't have to be like Donny Hathaway. You don't have. It's okay, man. Be you and be all right with being you, because other people look to you and want to stimulate who you are. I spent so many years, man, chasing validity, other people's approval. I don't give a damn now. I don't give a damn.
Don't it feel good when you don't care no more?
But I think along the years that we were together, somebody constantly told you that. I'm trying to think who would tell you that.
It wasn't when we were together. It started, man. It started when I was 11 years old, and I did this concert, and I was singing at this church. And I'll never forget the lady after the service. I'm walking past, and she didn't know I could hear her. She was like, "You sure that's Lenny's son? He sure can't sing like him." It effed with me. It effed with me for years. For years, man. I just got free from that.
Did you feel like you had something to prove from that?
Yeah, my father was amazing. My father was he didn't make it because he dealt with obesity. He died at the age of 39 on my 19th birthday. He was 1,000 pounds. Literally. I watched. He died. Yeah, he
I
died.
thought he was only 8. What's the difference?
He was 1,000 pounds, and I was in the house with him the day that he died on my birthday.
I was there.
He literally took 10 firemen. They had to cut the front room window out of the house because he couldn't go through the side door or the back door or the front door. And so he loomed so large for me to talk about it. It would do him no justice, man. You had to experience my dad. He was, you hear Nat King Cole and you hear Luther and you hear people like that. It's like special. My father, man, he was like that. And so I thought I had to do that. I thought I had to be him. And I didn't know that I didn't. And so for years I was chasing, not only his ghost, but all the ghosts that I built up in my own psyche, so I never thought I was good enough, man. I never, ever.
I hated that.
Ever.
Okay,
I hated that shit.
Let me pull that apart just a little bit more.
Yeah, come on.
Let me pull that apart.
We're not gonna turn this into a therapy session, Meech.
Wait, you already know how I am. So
we ain't doing that.
It's your show.
Okay, he just talking because he know who the queen is. Anyway,
it's that beautiful lady in the middle from Philly.
Okay, she's one of them. Yeah. Okay. Here's what this is, because throughout your time, now this is an interesting connection. Throughout your time in the earlier days with the first 2 albums, did you feel that was paying homage and you were living your father's dream versus your dream? Or did you feel like you had to do this because your father couldn't? And then when God set you down and said, okay, it's time for me to leave this, was that the epiphany or the start for you to understand it was okay to be you and not have this dream for your father?
No, Meech, I literally, over the last 18 months, literally just got to the place. I'm nominated for a Grammy everywhere I go. People still to this day, like, I know you, still to this day. And in my heart, in my mind, they don't know how much I cower and put my head down because I felt like I didn't deserve that. Like, I felt like, man, I ain't sweet like that. I'm not that good. And it was just within I can't pinpoint the time, But within the last 18 months, man, through my own walk, God has a way in life. We all have struggles. We all have triggers. We all have things that we deal with. And God has a way as you walk with him. You can't pinpoint the time or the day, but if you keep trudging at it, if you keep picking away at it, over time, God will deliver you from a lot of things. Now, there are some things that, just like Paul, when Paul in the book of Corinthians, when he had that thorn in his flesh, he asked God to please take this away from me. And God said, no, I'm not going to take this away from you. And the application in that scripture is there are some things that God has that you have to deal with that he ain't never going to take away, because as in your weakness, he gets a chance to show how big and how strong he is.
Right.
But there are some things like that he don't want us to carry. He didn't want me carrying that depression, man. I was depressed. I'm at the Stellar Awards on the red carpet. People taking my picture, interviewing me, and I'm depressed and didn't know. And as I'm walking the red carpet, another moment with God, he tapping me on my shoulder. I'm like, because I went to the Stellar Awards with an attitude. I went at the end of 2018. God said, be grateful. Okay, be grateful. That ain't sexy. I got it. Be grateful. Got on my Instagram page, and I was like, hey, the word of the Lord this year, you know, he gave it to me. I'm sharing it with all my followers. Be grateful. Fast forward 3 months later, in March at the Stellar Awards, I'm looking on, between those 3 months, I had been looking on the gram, looking on Facebook, seeing what everybody had, what they were doing, how they seemingly had progressed. And I'm sitting at the crib on a label. I ain't got nothing to show for it, and I'm depressed, and I didn't know. I'm walking the red carpet, and I went to Vegas is where it was. I literally went. I was gonna start a fight with my label with Warren Campbell, My Block Records, Erica Campbell's husband. I went there to sabotage because I was so upset, looking at all the distractions that I had, and also with the insecurity that I carried. So you take the distractions and you take the insecurity. That is a recipe for disaster. So by the time I got to Vegas, I already knew. Oh, I'm cussing his ass out. I'm letting him have it. I'm sick of this. I had such an attitude, man. Meech, as soon as I got there, I'm checking in the hotel. He gets off the bus. I see him. Soon as I see him, now mind you, we get ready to do a My Block review. Right. I know because he and I have been friends for years. This is something real big to him because he was doing like what Motown did back in the day. All his artists were in one place. Right. We get ready to do a showcase at the Stellar Awards and all these people. He's super excited. He just signed the Walls group. He got the Walls. He got me, Lena Bird, his wife, Mary. We finna shut the show down. Soon as I see him, he says, Champion, I'm so glad you're here, man. I need you. I'm so glad you're here. Totally diffused my whole. Now, I'm still mad, but how you going to be mad at a joker that's coming to you telling you, man, I need you. So I went in my room. I checked in. I'm thinking in my mind, I'm like, man, I'm still going to let this joker have it. We had to go to rehearsal. We go to rehearsal. Everybody there, all of us, it's like a family. Everybody laughing and we rehearsing. Ain't nobody got no big egos. Everybody chilling. And literally, I felt the Holy Spirit say to me, you really going to make this whole rehearsal night and this whole weekend about you, about what you upset about? You really, you going to cause a scene and go to this man when you know how happy he is because you unhappy? I didn't say nothing. Friday night came, Thursday night came, because that was Wednesday. Thursday night came. We go do the show. After the show, he says to me, now this is the weird part. He signed me to his label, never having heard me sung. I didn't know that. Right. Wow. He said, I never seen you do what you do. He said, you know what you doing up there, huh? He said, man, I ain't never really paid attention. That's my first time seeing you live. He said, you know what you doing? I said, what you mean? He said, man, I didn't know. He said, when you took them glasses off and looked at them people and got down on your knees, he said, you know what you do. So again, I'm diffused, but I'm still ready to go. Right. get to my room, one of my best friends, we talk on the phone, and God begins to just unveil all this revelation, man. He says, he gives me the scripture. I'm sure you all are familiar with when the scripture says, I will prepare a table before you in the presence of my enemies.
Look,
and so God began to deal with me. He's dealing with me like, as he always has. It's always sports. It's always movies. And so God began to massage my mental capacity. And he took me back to the 2016 Cleveland Cavaliers championship. He said, you mad because you ain't got no playing time. It ain't your turn yet. But you on the team and you got a ring. You got a little garbage time because I'm looking at Erica, how much, she got all of the good accolades and all.
She the glory, right.
She got all the glory.
She the face of the label. Come on, right.
Basically, yes. That's his wife. He ain't hooking you up like he hooked his wife up.
Right. Okay.
And God is like, you on the team and you got the championship and you played a little bit. You just ain't starting. And so then he starts saying, look at your weight. If you serious about this, lose some of that weight. How I'm going to bless you and travel up and down the highways again. You ain't 27 no more. You 47. So by the time I got to the Stellar Awards, I didn't heard all of this, man, Meech, and God taps me on my shoulder. He like, where you at? I'm like, I'm at the Stellar Awards. What you mean? 10, 15 minutes later. Where you at? Because I'm mad still. Right. I'm still mad.
The cheering, right.
I'm at the Stellar Awards, God. I'm at the Stellar Awards. Third time he taps me.
Right.
I got it. The third time I got it. Basically, he was saying, you are complaining and being ungrateful in the very place that I've played. You on the red carpet where you want to be. You acting like you ain't made it. You haven't achieved. You are in the place I have providentially placed you. And I told you in 18 to be grateful, and your behind is still on. Man, the lady was interviewing me.
Be careful what you ask for.
Man, I start sharing.
You will get it.
God is very intentional.
Okay, now hold on.
He is very intentional.
Okay. Now let's go here. Because Dave, I need you to come in on this.
You sure?
Because here's another thing. Yeah, are you sure? Yeah, but see, don't act like that because see,
man, come on, man. I'm playing around. Come on.
No. What I mean is, I'm gonna tell you something else that I clock about you. I'm clocking your audience. One of the things that I've noticed about the group is this: you admire Jason so much to where you push him in front of you.
You clocked the wrong Audi nigga on that one.
No, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm
gonna let you talk and then I'm gonna answer that. Go.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Me too well. No, go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why I say that. Because your ego is one thing. We know what your ego is because we know you're the loud one. You're the jokester. You're the ladies' man. You're the one that's out there.
You okay?
But one of the things that you do is that you try to let him see who he is. That you just said that, damn, I hate when you do that. You just did it here. And
because of him not knowing who he was,
I know.
He should have known all this time. I've been telling that nigga that for years.
And that's what I say.
I think that's what he meant.
And that's where I'm going.
Yeah.
Because that's what I mean by you push him so that he can get it. Because you cool with you. You already know what you're gonna do.
Yeah, I push everybody.
And see, you so confident in that to where you could sit back and be like, okay, let him have his moment because I know what I'm gonna do. Cause shit, I'm already here. Once I open up my mouth, it's over. And that there is what I look at all of y'all.
You said it wrong first.
Huh?
He just used the wrong word. Yeah, he just used the wrong word, but I knew what he meant.
But if I'm pushing you first, I'll put
the way you put it first.
Okay, but this here. I watch all of your videos. I even listen at how y'all sing on the recordings.
Let me give you the thing on the recording. When we first started, man, I used to be so damn nervous, man, around Gerald. I used to be in the studio and he'd be like, "Bitch, what the fuck you doing? Get the fuck out of here,
Right.
Jason. Go in
Okay.
there." I used to be so I don't know why, because we be in the car practicing, we be going back and forth doing all the licks and everything like that. And I would get in the studio and freeze. And then one day he would tell me, say, "Hey man, I know you can do it. We all know you can do it, but you got to let that microphone know you can do it."
Right.
And we would go out on the road, like probably for the first 3 or 4 months, and they'd be like, "Man, y'all was cold, man, and Jay, your vocals." And I used to be like, "Hold on, nigga, I was singing too." And I said, "I'm about to go get my gams." I think I went over Joe Little's house from the Rude Boys. He showed me a couple things, and it just was about me being fearless. And then after that, it was a wrap.
Okay.
We the greatest duo of all time.
Okay. So now,
I heard that.
here we are.
Can't nobody see us.
Here we are coming in, and I want to make this clear for the folk.
I got a 6 o'clock flight too, Meech. Go ahead.
Okay.
Because you know you be dishing the tea to one.
Actually, you know what you're damn right.
Not with me. Not with me. You
got
won't.
6 a.m.
But no.
Like me, we fly early.
Yeah, because they got gigs coming up. Okay, well here let's do this then.
No, we good. Keep going. Keep going. Jason to just finish it out. Go ahead.
Let's do this because what I want to do, I like the fact that the both of you are here.
Mm-hmm.
Let me take y'all here because I want to take y'all back to this video shoot because when we talk about your history,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm laying out your history on purpose because a lot of folks, they know the imprint, but I want them to see it and to bring it back because what you guys have done as far as putting your embroidery into the fabric of music is phenomenal. Take us back to this particular moment here.
Hello? Hey, what's up, baby? How you feel? I want you to come over. We got something to celebrate tonight. You say celebrate what? Celebrate me and you. What you think? Put on your red dress, 'cause tonight's a special night. I prepared a special dinner with all the things you like. There'll be no TV and no telephone. Got the bubble bath and the candles, champagne and a song. You say you want the occasion, something special to make it known. It's our celebration. We can celebrate every day. It's a holiday, very special day. Special day. It's not Christmas, Thanksgiving, or Valentine's. I'm celebrating with I said anything you need, I've got it for you. Don't go nowhere. Come and hold your teddy bear. I love you all my life, baby. You know tonight is your night. Celebrate, celebrate. I need you more than you know, so baby, help me say it's a hard day. Whenever you need me, special day. Sitting in the cell, I'm running into you. Girl, do whatever you want me to. It's a hard day, very special day. Special day. Your birthday or your anniversary. I wanna give you everything I have. It's a holiday, very special day. It's not Christmas, Thanksgiving, or Valentine's.
Yes, God. Yes, God. Yes,
You
God.
gotta hit that damn
Hit that
note, Dave.
motherfucking note
Dave,
right
you
there.
gotta hit
Okay,
that
hit
shit.
that note.
You gotta
Okay,
hit that
Hit
damn
that note, Dave. Hit that note.
fucking
I
note.
can't do it no more.
Okay,
Those
yes, the hell
shoes,
you
the
can.
boots, and everything up on the damn stage. You better
Okay,
hit that damn thing.
you know, again, going through some, I picked those two songs because those are two of my favorite songs that I played from your old, from your
Repertoire.
the catalog and the repertoire. Okay, your catalog, darling, your catalog. Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, okay, give it to me, honey. Oh, yeah. Um, a lot of your music, in fact, all of your music, because I went through and I said, let me go through this. All of your music was relationship oriented. You know, yeah, we talking about a lot of meeting the boy meets girl, this, that, and the other, but it was also relationship oriented. You know, was that difficult to write about and sing about at that time, or was it the sound that they wanted, but that wasn't necessarily what you were living? Were you guys, because Dave, I already know you was a hoe. Okay,
Hold on.
hey, I already know you was a hoe. Okay,
Sound like it.
Just because I'm gonna let you give that to me because he's so enthralled in the word. I'm not gonna just pour all the tea out for you.
Look, maybe
But
just a
okay,
little
I'll
bit.
take that.
A little bit.
Little
Man,
bit.
okay.
If
Hey,
you
man.
want to
Hey,
give it to you, give it to you.
Hey,
But
you free, man. We they gotta know. Tell it all. You good.
he was the Yao master.
Oh,
Really?
that was you.
But no, because here's where it is though.
Ninja out there in
Because
them streets.
no, but see, I was going to go there because he's the quiet one. See, Champ was the quiet one, and
You
the
think so?
quiet ones are always
Always
the
the
ones that
ones.
slide up under the radar.
You
Always
think
the
he was the
one.
quiet one?
The loud one is the one that everybody throw all the attention on. So we was expecting that to come from him. You know what I'm saying? You weren't expecting it to come from Jason. You know what I'm saying? Not Jay.
Was out here being
Okay.
a whole ninja in these
So
streets.
he
Getting it.
okay. So no. He'd been a cowboy. That's what it was. The difference between a hoe and a cowboy is the hoe gonna let you know I'm a hoe. The cowboy sit down there. I'm just on the phone, baby. We now say slide into DMs. Okay, but back in the day it was
That's
like,
why I call him a ninja. He out here all
You know what trips me out?
undetected. Ain't nobody even know what was going on.
You know what trips me out is that how everybody feels like I was the bad one. People
No.
even say that. No, let me finish though. People even say that to my wife. I don't know how you deal with him. Yeah, it ain't that ain't it. That ain't. I mean, yeah, I'm not the easiest person to get along with or deal with. I give you that, but
Here's where it is. The whole idea of it.
the whole idea.
That's the yin and the yang of it. And that there is.
He said whole, L-E-A-N.
I know,
Yeah.
baby. Donut hole.
Don't
Oh well, watch out. That's gonna make me nervous. Don't make me nervous. Don't make me nervous.
I'm asking you not to provoke him.
Don't make me nervous. I'm trying to be cute. Anyway,
You got some work to do, brother.
watch your mouth, baby. Watch your mouth, bitch. Don't do it. Watch your motherfucking mouth, boy. Anyway, the whole idea of it was that your persona, Dave, your persona is what gives that because you had exuded so much of your confidence. Okay. Jason was the one that was always the shy one, the laid back as far as the appearance is concerned. So we only know what the appearance is. Y'all were the ones who dealt with it on a regular, everyday basis. So the public only saw, we know what he does in the videos. And but child, you just set up there and laid out, honey, on the video shoot. He preaching at the suit. He done made the girls close their legs and shit.
He was ready to get it on though. We was man, come on, man. You know what's crazy? I'm gonna tell you,
In
man.
the name of Jesus.
When they put, I'm gonna be honest. As I sit back and I look back 30 years ago, next year be 30 years for us. As I look back, I honestly think that our record company really didn't think that we were going to make it, because in the beginning they felt like it had to be a gimmick. They had me wearing this stupid ass like utility belt and all this other stupid shit that we was wearing and stuff, not knowing that women were gonna fall in love with this light-skinned fat dude, this light-skinned dark dude, and was gonna be in love with us for the last 30 years. And when it caught on, it caught fire quick.
God, yeah.
Man, we would be around the country in malls. They'd be shutting the stores so we can go in there. Remember, they kicked us out the mall down here in Georgia because they didn't play that down here. Man, they would be grabbing on our clothes, nuts, everything. And like, we was ready to receive that, but I don't think that the company really knew what to do with it. They just, and I'll be honest with you, I just think that we kind of got into our situation for a political reason. Even though we had the talent, yeah. I'm gonna tell you, my uncle, my dad was one of the biggest programmers in the history of radio.
Right.
And Tom Joyner, Doug Banks, all these cats that have long tenures in radio followed everything he did, man. And number one records went through Cleveland. Number one records went through Cleveland back then.
Yeah.
And I just feel like that whole thing was part of a deal to appease, but it didn't really work though, because if that was the case, he would have pushed the button on a bunch of other things for us that could have took us way over the top, because everything went through Cleveland back then. So I'm telling you, they did not know what to do with us at first. It was just a pacifying thing. You know, to this is just my observation.
That's okay. Go ahead, get it.
It's my observation. You know what I'm saying? As 30 years later is looking back, you know, because the record companies, they did any and everything. Even when I was on the radio, I got trips, I got gifts, I got all kinds of stuff. I went to New York, I went to LA, I went everywhere, going to these conventions on their dime, just so we would play their records on our number one hip hop shows. We would play their records on our station and different stuff like that. Pay all of it. You dig all, you know what I'm saying? And so I just think that they really did not know or didn't believe, because the industry was so how you look. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's kind of going back to that a little bit.
Yeah.
But not so much, because there's some ugly ass people in the game, and I can run down the list of them. They're really not handsome or pretty at all, and the ladies have to be.
But can they sing?
Nobody can today. Really, the rappers are singing. They singing, but I just think that.
Say that. Don't you even say that that's what they doing. Don't you do that. That I don't know what the hell they saying. Don't you even give them that.
Hey, them auto-tune goons.
Well, you know, everybody uses
was still analog. We know what the
everybody uses it, but even then they use certain types of reverb and different stuff like that to make it sound industry standard.
But back in the day, people really could sing though.
You ain't have a
even
choice.
if it wasn't as good as the record, they could still sing. Now,
right?
Most of them can't carry a note.
Let's go
One
here.
Take it over there and put it in their hand for their ass.
Meech, you really a journalist with this shit, ain't you?
Hey, Meech, let me answer your question though, because you asked us a question. We were young and it was organic. It wasn't a matter of were we really living the life of the lyrics that we were singing about.
Right. Oh, okay.
By that time, you know, we were in high school. He had graduated. We had relationships, so it was
in his grandmother's basement.
Yeah, it felt natural to sing those songs. Yeah.
Okay. So now,
go ahead. I got a question. Yeah. So when you guys, the backtrack to when we were talking about not having, like, I guess, not proper representation all the time. So like right now, today, 2021, and when are you guys like, y'all, well, Champ, you still on my block?
Yeah.
For your other stuff? Okay. So when you guys are Men at
And he on
Large,
Betty
are you
Crocker
on a label
Records, too.
now?
I didn't hear you. What'd you hear?
What did Dave say?
Betty Crocker Records too. Okay, fluff, pancake and fluff, or just cake and fluff.
No, right now, we're honestly in the arena for looking to put it out the proper way. When you hear these records that Meech has that he's getting ready to play, you're gonna be like, damn.
What you giving? What you giving?
Now,
In
I'm
my
gonna tell you the
feelings and
reason
real
why I'm
close.
asking.
The mixes.
The reason why I'm asking is because when somebody wants to approach Men at Large with songs that they feel will fit for y'all, how does somebody go about that?
Oh, just reach out to our email or Instagram, whatever. You know,
Look,
so many
you
ways
looking
to
over
get
there
to
to my
people now.
brother, right?
Yeah, there's so many ways to get to people.
Look, hey, look. I was going. I could call Dave on the phone my damn self, but I was just going like.
I know, but I'm just.
I was going to wait and talk to them about that. You know what I'm saying? But I want them to do what they're doing right now because I'm feeling it spiritually what they got going on. I'm very happy that they back.
Here's what here's what this is, because I wanted to go into the lyrical content and stuff. I'm talking about the lyrics and the songs because, again, being young men at that time and writing the songs or choosing songs for folks for whatever songs that you didn't write, and you chose the songs to put on the album and carrying on. It was more relationship oriented, and it was what men talk about. 'Cause looking at you as big men. Now, let me put this out here like this. I'm gonna say it raw and y'all will understand what I mean as big men. A lot of times we as big men always get the sympathy vote because they think that we can't get it, don't know how to handle it when we get it, and that we desperate for it.
Look at him. You see him sit up.
Okay. Now,
you see him sit up.
Now, one of the things that I do know, and all of us know this very well, okay, is that is the furthest thing from the truth. But with the songs that you had, and showing that we wanted relationships, and then showing and embracing that, yes, I got an eye. Yes, I like what I like. Yes, this is it. And yes, I could talk to you and this, that, and other. But at the same time of going through all this, I still want something that's going to last. I just don't want the one night stand. I mean, that's cute if it happens, but I need something more. And all of your music was basically around that particular message. What are we looking for now as older guys? Because like you said, now we y'all came back together. You're older now. What are we looking to expect from Men at Large, the 40s edition, 40s, 50s? We 50.
Wrong camera. That's one of them cameras. That's one of them questions. Wrong camera.
The very first thing that we said when we got back together, man, was there is a high shortage of musical content. There are some that are like the last of the Mohicans, like Joe Thomas. He's always consistent. He's always R. Kelly, God bless him. He was, well, I won't say R. Kelly, but Glenn Jones. There's some Freddie Jackson. There's still Gerald Levert. So when we were kids, man, if you remember putting on
the jazz band,
every city had that Quiet Storm for Lovers Only nighttime. Yeah. Every city had one.
Yeah.
All you heard was songs from guys saying, I want you back, take me back, baby, I'm sorry, baby, I love you.
You got what I need.
Women heard songs. If you want to talk to a woman back in the day, you could dedicate a record to a chick and have the record say it for you.
Right.
But nowadays, all the records say is, let me tap that, let me smash.
Right. You guys,
we got back together. Dave and I said, we're gonna make grown people music, man. We're gonna make songs that women need to hear, not just want to hear, but need to hear. Need to.
We have talked about this so many times, how it's not that the music before didn't say some nasty stuff. It was the way it was said. And later, you might have sung that song 20 times, and one day you just sitting around and you said, oh, that's what he was talking about. But it was the class in the way that it was done.
So these songs now, man.
Is this generation what they oldies gonna sound like?
I know this new music that we have, man. I like to think that it's tastefully done. It was thought about. It was intentional, and everybody that has heard it, the same reaction. Like, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Well, that's a wonderful lead in because right now we're going to go to one of the selections that was sent to me. And I did this because I need to put it in video form because I got in audio. And in order to put it in this particular platform, I had to do it this way. So, ladies and gentlemen, this here is a Dishing Tea exclusive.
Oh, yes. Here first, honey.
What? Okay. Understand. I got vodka and Moscato in my glass, darling. So, this is Minute Live.
I put my wig and stuff on. Am I supposed to get it?
You don't need it.
Hey, Mr. Music, man, you body this.
Everybody say, you say, who am I? I wanna ride, I wanna slide, let's make it serious. If you like tonight, no cap, it'll only get better. Open your mind and we define if this is gonna be us. Baby, I'm so damn anxious. She said me too. Been in love with your anatomy ever since you added me. Ain't no need to play with it, girl, we go. So the only thing to do is just do it, do it. Why you over there, baby, come real close. I'm looking at the pretty things, baby, you should let me feel those. Baby, baby, lay your head on me, girl, I'm your pillow. I'ma do whatever just to make sure that you're real close. Come here, baby. Turn on the faucet, I'm in the office, ready to put in work. So many options, no need for caution, believe me, you gon' get served. Baby girl, I ain't gon' stop, be satisfied. Show me what that thing about we leaving on the lights. I've been waiting on this moment, it's going. Been in love with your anatomy ever since you added me. Ain't no need to play with it, girl, we go. So the only thing to do is just do it, do it. Why you over there, baby, come real close. I'm looking at them pretty things, baby, you should let me feel those. Baby, baby, lay your head on me, girl, I'm your pillow. I'ma do whatever just to make sure that you're real close. Come here, baby. Don't be afraid, I won't bite you unless you want me to. I need a taste, let me try you. Girl, just leave on your shoes. I've been in love with your anatomy ever since you added me. Ain't no need to play with it, girl, we go. Said the only thing to do is just do it, do it. Why you over there, baby? Why you over there? Come here. I'm looking at them pretty things, baby, you should let me feel those. Lay your head on me, girl. Lay your head. Ooh, I'ma do whatever just to make sure that you're real close. Baby, yeah. Baby, let me love you. Bring your pretty ass on. While you're standing there so far away. Need you to be right here with me. Ooh, yeah.
Real close, goddamn it. Real motherfucking close, goddamn it.
Hey, I ain't got to ask who said bring your pretty ass over here. I ain't got to ask.
You heard who that bring your pretty ass over here.
You already know who said that.
Okay.
I'm adding to the playlist for Daytona. Guess what? I'm been listening to.
I live.
Oh, yeah, on the Daytona, that's going to get me down the highway.
Exactly. Because that's the same thing. When I heard it, I was like, ooh, okay, yeah. This is travel music.
That's
okay.
Ain't that what the kids say? That's the vibe. That's the vibe.
This, but well, you know, I'm telling the folks because see, you know, we have those particular songs when you put on your playlist when you got to go clear your mind, okay? And this is on that playlist to where you know when you on your way, like you leaving your house to go over to either you going out for the date or you going over to the house.
Yes.
Okay.
Let me ask. I need to ask you a question.
Go ahead. Ask.
Who was responsible for that track? Totally.
The track is 40, Mr. Music, Greg Bowman.
Yeah.
Mr. He did that. And the total arrangement but the majority of the lyrical content was Jason's brother, Jason Champion.
He wrote that?
Man,
he wrote all of our songs. We helped, but
stop.
Hey, you know what? That team right there, that mess, bro. That was excellent job. Y'all did
That's
great.
gonna be our first single.
Yeah,
that thing is nice. It put me in one of those places. It's like, guys, just that feel bad.
Love benefits.
Good, chilling. Like
it's for me. I'm glad y'all said that because we are sync. Because for me, it's the chill moment. It's on the playlist for when you're going down the. You know, I like taking road trips, and when I'm on the road trip, when you make the tape or the play, when now you got a playlist.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just gonna go on the damn. We just gonna
download it. I'm one when I used to make my tapes. I used to put the song on back to back if it was working. And this is one of those songs that you put on back to back because I'm like, oh, and say when I hit myself in the head, I'm like, oh my god. I'm one of those parts. So this here is that bop or whatever, and it's like, okay, see, I wanted to hear the whole album because I got a feeling this is one of those albums to where you just put it in and it's going to repeat. And you don't realize that it's repeating because it's just going. And that's what I love about that. God bless America.
Yes.
That is what
Dave's music is damn fool. Dave is a whole fool out here.
That is what it is. Now
but
listen.
That's what today's music is missing. Remember, you know, back in the day, we can put on your favorite artist and listen when we were still listening to the records. Look, in the CDs, you could put on the whole thing and listen to the whole thing. And even though some of the things wasn't played on the radio, everybody still knew all them songs.
You know, I'm a B-side bitch, because you know that. Like, you know I'm a B-side bitch all day.
B-side bitch.
Me too.
Yeah.
Well, me too.
Yeah, I'm a B-side bitch all day. And I always go to the song because when you listen to the album, there's always those jewels on the album that don't.
And you be like, what?
How did y'all not play this?
What? I had some of my friends in the business, like sometimes when you know they got the hits and shit, and you like, well, why was it? Like, well, that's what I wanted, but that ain't what the label wanted. And you like,
right. So let me ask y'all this question coming into becoming going to the next song. But what I want to ask y'all is, what is this particular y'all come together again?
It's fun.
I want to give big ups to Gemini because oh my god, I'd have fucked him, honey. I'm serious. I said that out loud. I'm sorry.
Gemini?
I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. But
hey, you know it's gonna get us a bunch of followers, right? Go ahead.
But and the reason I say that out loud because I didn't get a chance to get to know him. You know, I met him and carried on. I was in his company and this, that, and the other. I didn't get a chance to get to know him. Jason, you don't know me yet, but because you heterosexual already, carrying on and you godly, I ain't gonna come for you like that, child. But you are smooth chocolate.
He'll come
but
with
anyway,
you,
okay, but okay.
Red.
Yes, honey.
That's let me say this. Let me say this. No. Let me say this. That dude right there, we are spiritually connected. That is my brother. We got the same characteristics, and that's why I respect him. He the one guy that I can take all the jokes from because I understand what his mental is. You get what I'm saying? When Dave had some issues going on, I would call that brother on the phone.
Yeah, you're right. You did call and check on me, man. I respect you for that already. No doubt.
And that because that brother, he was like, man, I feel like I'm related to this cat. I need to make sure he all right. If Dave would have told me then, nigga, go get me 2 biscuits and a soda, I'd have got my damn car, drove across town and got it.
Well, shit, give me 2 biscuits and a soda now.
Oh, wait a minute.
I'll be there before 5:30.
Y'all see this comment right here? This comment right here said, "Love song, love that song. Could I get a signed copy when it comes out?" Now that there is Red's wife talking.
Oh Lord, look at
His wife, Miss Cupcake.
That's Miss Cupcake talking, honey.
Listen, guys. Now that I know that Dave cuts up, Dave has to come and film with us.
Okay, right. Oh yeah, he lives here. We could get. I
heard.
Okay.
I just wasn't gonna keep saying. I ain't want everybody in the world to know, but I heard.
I'm gonna get him to be on one of my storytellers too.
Here's what this is, guys. Because of what we're dealing with, okay, and because you guys are coming back together, you have your epiphany, and God has released you to say, yes, I can do this. I can still be in ministry. I can still have the message to carry on. And I think this time, I really believe that this time, your walk in this business is more solidified because beforehand, it wasn't. You are a young boy caught up in, okay, I'm going to fulfill my dream. God had to sit down there and center you. And now that you become centered, you done got a taste of the business on the gospel side, on the entertainment side. God had brought you here. And now it's like, okay, I can still do what I love and I can still bring God with me in this. Now that you're here, what is the message of this album? Now, Men at Large, the 50-something, before when you Men at Large, the 20-something. What is the message of this album and what do you want your fans and your diehards to know coming back again and saying, hey, we coming back, but this is who we are. What is that message?
You got this one, brother.
I think I was gonna say I think I speak for both of us when I say
you keep saying that.
I think so. You know, you might have a different perspective.
No, we on the same plane. Let good thing, man. You know, honestly, before I mean, you know, we started off, man. We were young, man. Like it used to be like, man, God, this. I'm like, nigga, okay, you stay here. I'm about to go get me some. I'm about to, do what
I'm gonna go get this paper, right?
But I've seen life, and sometimes people don't see it until they see it.
Ooh.
So when you start, I know you get ready to say something eloquent. So go ahead, man. You straight?
No, I was just gonna say, man. I cannot help, nor do I apologize for anybody who knows me. They know that I'm pretty much all heart. What I mean by that is I love everybody, man. I want people to be okay. I want people to have people in their lives that care about them. I want people to not be sick. If you are sick, I want you to have somebody that's going to walk with you and take care of you, help make life a little bit easier. So for me, man, making this album, I really want people to look at the perspective of love, but how you look at it. Like people are in love, people got relationships, they married, they courting, whatever it is.
You said courting, say that.
But to me, Meech, people forget about the little things. And I got a podcast that I'm working on called The Little Things. And I want people to I ain't trying to reinvent the wheel. I just want you to look at it from a different perspective and go, damn, I never thought about it like that. We're so inundated with what we want in the relationship, what I want. And the greatest definition of love, man, that I've ever heard, the sacrificial giving of oneself without the thought of return.
Wow. Without the thought of return.
Without the thought of return. If I can give of myself selflessly and love you, and you can do that back to me, we've created a cyclical effect where we're both loving. The Bible says that we ought to consider our neighbor higher than we consider ourselves. If I can infect all the people who come listen to us, if I can infect them with one thing, love your neighbor, man. Be all right and be selfless. It's all good. You ain't got to get it all. Give some.
Yeah, man. I think that's that's the plague of the Black community, man, is wanting it all for yourself, wanting to be number one for everything. Gotta have it all. But if you remember though, that's how we've been taught. Our moms and dads used to be like, don't worry about them. You better worry about yourself. Don't you worry about them damn kids.
It's the craziest thing because, like I was telling a friend of mine, we all taught is to in this world when you're growing up, they teach you how you need to watch how you treat each other, how you talk to each other. But then you go out and you got these clowns running for president, and you see how they talk to each other. So what kind of world are we really living in when y'all being disrespectful to each other? But as children, this is what the message is. You got people storming the Capitol, and y'all know what it's about. It's about white and black. Y'all know what it is. But y'all telling us we got to be, man, the hell with all of that. We better get back to love, and we better do it quick because this life, this world, hey, man. Hey.
Wait a minute, because you know what? Hold on, don't say nothing else, because that's a perfect way to go into this next song.
I'm in my feelings. I'm in my feelings. Baby, you got me.
I can't believe that we back. I usually never react. Baby girl, where you be at? Stevie would clearly see that. She thicker than Nikki, she stacked. Can't even lie, I need that. Give her whatever she want. Change up the weather, we gone. Long as she good, I'll be broke. Whatever you're doing, got me gone. Your beauty's a bully like Depot. Thinking she might be the one. Cause I'm in my feelings. Girl, you got me all up in my feelings.
Baby, you killing.
I ain't even here, I'm in the spirit.
Up to the ceiling.
I'm way up in a dream, don't wanna wake up.
Baby, you got me. Baby, you got me. I'm in my feelings.
Girl, you got me all up in my feelings.
Baby, you killing.
I ain't even here, I'm in the spirit.
Up to the ceiling.
Way up in a dream, don't wanna wake up.
Baby, you got me. Baby, you got me in my.
Where your daddy is, need to talk to him. I'm just seeing if a canary is. Beautiful daughter, to be with her would be an honor. Blew me away like a bomber. Be my Michelle like Obama. I'm in my feelings. Girl, you got me all up in my feelings. I ain't even here, ain't even speaking. Hallelujah. Way up in a dream, don't wanna wake up. Girl, you got me in my feelings. Yeah.
Dude.
Honey, I'm up in my motherfucking feelings.
Did y'all see what I
posted?
That one picture with you in that tie, like the third to last, man, you look just like your dad in that picture, bro. Just like Lenny's wings, brother.
I'm all up in my feelings, honey. When I heard this, I said, "Ooh, wait a minute."
That's my joint. That's my joint. Thank you. That's my joint.
I told this to Sarah Dash when I interviewed her.
Oh, that's my kid. That's my joint.
There are moments where a lot of us don't recognize the difference between her and Patty because they sing right up there, right? Mm-hmm. And you have to have there are moments in this song, honey, where we don't know which one of y'all who is who.
That's
And
good.
that's a good thing. Because what that says is the synergy of this song. This motherfucker here, baby, listen to me very well.
That's my pick. That's my pick for first single. That's my
pick. Me very well.
Man.
Listen to me very well, honey.
Nice.
Y'all are independent artists, honey. Put them out together. Start one off and then do a month later, do the second one. Let them run simultaneously. Hello.
It took a long time.
Pretty much.
I think what we've accomplished with this record, man, is showing that it's okay for men to still be vulnerable about their feelings and to be transparent and to,
and still be a man. And still
be a man. That's all part of it. Sometimes you hear women say they want a man to be in tune with his feelings, and and then they be like, he a punk, he too soft. So then what you know what I'm saying? You gotta be, and then you got sometimes where man, when he is vulnerable like that, it's no reciprocation or there's no return effect. So it's like, how do you expect him to give you that if you don't allow him to be that man that he needs to be, and vice versa? You know what I'm saying? It's not, what's good for the goose is good for the gander, and that goes for the whole spectrum of life, love, relationships, period. Real talk. And
thank you, Antonio. Appreciate it.
The record is this whole album is about the biggest thing that cultivates and drives any relationship, whether it's physical, carnal, whether it's business, and it's communication.
Right.
Everything we talk about in this record is communicating love. We got a record called "Say Something." Baby, just talk to me. Tell me what it is.
Baby,
just say something. I'm saying we got.
Don't make me nervous.
Girl, you got me faded. Girl, you got me faded. Girl, you got me faded. When you have your way, it makes me so high. I mean, then we got a record called Arcade. And then we got a record called Arcade.
Oh, don't do that. I'm between husbands now. I'm gonna need y'all not to be singing out loud.
The record called Arcade is just saying, it's talking about, she ain't about the games. Just tell her what it is that you want and let her make the decision to do whatever it is she wants to do.
Oh man, you gonna love that. You gonna love it, Beach. You gonna love it.
Don't take my choice away. Tell me what it is and let me decide.
And then we got one called Vegas, where we talking about all this crap, people posting all this stuff on social media. Tell them, baby, we can live and love on our own. We don't got to be like them to survive. We don't got to tell everybody our business. What we do is
go to Vegas, stays in Vegas.
You know what I'm gonna do for y'all, man? I'm gonna give you a link.
Lord have mercy.
I'm gonna give you a link to this folder.
For real,
I'm gonna give you a link to this folder, and y'all three sit together and y'all can hear the whole album.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you a link, and then y'all can go ahead and listen to the whole joint.
You know what?
I don't mean no harm, but the whole
make sure you send them the song you don't like that I love.
It's in there. I don't like it, but I like it. You get what I'm saying? I don't like. We got a record with Mr. Talkbox, and it's a 20. Our first single was called "Use Me," and the record is called "You Can't Use Me No More." I'm not having that. I'm not having that.
Yeah.
And so, but Warren did that, and it sounded like Teddy Riley just let us use it.
It was the whole record is what you've been hearing. This one record was. We from the 90s. Let's just remind y'all.
Let me show y'all. We gonna show y'all.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm so wild.
But it's hot though, Meech. Meech is hot. It's hot.
Wait a minute. I believe it. Let me listen.
Look at him.
Listen. I'm about to get my patio because I'm ready to fly. I'm about ready to fly. And I'm in my cocktail. Oh, this bitch a hit. So listen. Okay. Listen to me very carefully. One of the things that I do know is that I know good music. I wish I was working for A&R somewhere so I could tell them, no, this is the song y'all need to release, because I really believe I'm blessed in that area, because when I hear it, I hear it. At the same time, one of the things that I'm appreciating about you two coming back and doing your thing the way that you know to do it, I'm appreciating the fact that you guys have taken time to let your experience be authentically yours, and that you are allowing yourselves permission to say, hey, it's okay to be me. You know what I mean? It's okay.
They beat that into me, so I have a choice.
Okay. It's okay to be me. And in that, I'm hoping that when this is ready to be released and the masses can hear it, that they're able to pick up what the messages are in this particular project, so that they can move forward and still live in bring harmony into their lives. Now, we may not get to a harmonious state because life is life. Life shows up so that you show up. That's the effort.
For those who will, but for those who will go, let's go.
Let's go. Okay, there is that. So here's the question that a lot of folks are asking, because I got folks in the comments like, okay, when can I get it? What's going on? Tell the folks how or what is to come for y'all upcoming dates, upcoming whatever, because see, we need to get into the synergy of Men at Large. We need to see Dave, the Blaq Pavorotti. We need to see Jason the Champion, honey, come together to be Men at Large. Give us what that is and talk to the children, whatever y'all need to give them right now.
I think for me, man, I would say we're, like Dave said earlier, we're trying to do this the right way. And we don't want to go sign with no label. We feel like we've paid enough dues and given enough money away.
Say that. Ooh.
We ain't trying to give no money away. So if y'all really love Men at Large, if y'all really love us, if y'all really rock with us, if we mean to you all what you said we do, support us. Just support us. Because we're doing it on our own. We putting it out on our own. Years of wisdom, years of experience. The best thing that our fans can do for us, download them records, stream them records, Spotify, Pandora, all of them.
I was going to say, I pay for all my streaming services. So,
and also,
because I don't like commercials, so I'm
also request us. There's still levity in calling radio stations. Call TV One. Tell them you want to see us on Unsung, because that's how we get on there.
Y'all really need an Unsung.
Why don't y'all have an Unsung?
Because we don't have enough tragedy. We don't have enough tragedy.
Oh, we got hella tragedy.
Well, we do though.
And that's what they got to research to understand what the hell the story is. Yeah.
Research department. Research department.
Say it. What you say, research department?
Research department. Y'all listen. I know y'all down there. I need y'all, somebody, Amy, if you available, baby, go on and draft up that petition for us so we can go on and get the signatures on there and send it on over to TV One. So we got a
hell of a story. Because
honey, please. And crazy. Go ahead, Dave.
If you want, baby, I'll bring the cameras and stuff, and we can
start
look, documentary.
Y'all don't even the biggest thing. Well, people want to know how we got out of our contract initially, and I'm not going to tell you.
No. And it'd be save it on the song.
You will never believe how we got in. It's the stupidest thing you'd ever want to do.
Save it for the Unsung.
I am. I'm not going to tell you. I'm just saying.
And if Unsung, I promise you, I'm not playing. I'm absolutely not playing. If y'all want to do like a documentary or something like that, I'm dead ass serious. This is what we do. This is what I do. That's what all three of us got degrees in. I know y'all know them too. Y'all don't know me that very well, but I'm just not around.
Philly John.
Yeah, I'm a Philly John. I went to the Pop Bar. I got some crabs the other day. Sure the hell did, and flew my ass right back to Atlanta.
This is Detroit, Chicago, and Philly, honey. Three the hard.
Hey, today three the hard way. You know what I'm saying? You got Philly, you got Chicago, you got Detroit. That's what we doing.
But you got Cleveland right here. Yeah.
I know about Cleveland.
What? Come on now.
It goes
so, like you said earlier, it was a good road trip, so we'll be able to listen to the music going on our next trip. I hate road trips. If I could fly to Lenox Mall, I probably would. I fly everywhere, but I'm the only person in the car club that probably don't like the damn drive, right? But I think now I'm gonna be in there like, come on, Meeks, we're gonna be in.
Here's the thing: let everybody know where to find you guys. Give everybody your social media platforms, how they can find all of the older music and carrying on. This is your time to do your commercial. I'm letting you two do whatever you need to do. And Jason, you're going away. I got to come to you.
Okay.
He's got to come to you.
Watch out now.
What I know is I'm not gonna be able to have Dave and
Meech.
Big Red in the same damn
Hey,
room.
Meech, get us booked that Big Boy Pride.
You know what?
See, I told you.
That was going to be one of my last questions to y'all.
About 10 stacks.
That y'all,
20
how
minutes.
do y'all deal with your LGBT fans? Because now listen, and before
That's new. That's new. I don't know. That's new.
Is it new
Not
for
for me.
you? No, it ain't new. It ain't new.
They said nothing.
Hold on. It ain't new. You just they just never approached you like
Just
the
never
group
knew.
do, the female group.
You just didn't know.
Okay, out of respect.
Yeah, you didn't know.
Trust me.
Hey,
Because
they was at the Stella
especially-
Awards with you.
This child,
Why would it make the Stella
we
Awards
can
with
talk
you?
about that gospel circuit in a minute. But here you're talking about. I told y'all earlier, y'all are two pretty boys.
Word to mother.
Okay, pretty big boys. Big Boy Pride is just that. It is a gay pride celebration for men of size, 250 plus. Okay, and those who love them. Okay,
We qualify.
now.
Did you know it was a group of women called Chubby Chasers? Did you know
Yes,
that?
yes.
I didn't know that. I just found out. I didn't
Yes,
know.
there is.
It's some bad.
And that's on both sides because we got chubby. The chubby patients on the men's side are the thin guys who like big boys. Okay, okay. Well, hold on. Well, I'm trying to tell you this because Dave come to me. He like I need to get into that LGBT audience because y'all are loyal. Y'all
That's for
are
damn sure.
you know when y'all like
pay.
like something, and I want to tap into that audience because I know that they would like what we have to offer. I said, Dave, listen to me very well now, because I know my children. Okay, I know mine, and you pretty. Okay, not just because you light skin, ain't the light skin, because you dark skin, darling, and you pretty. It is the fact that number one, you pretty, you sang, and not sing, you sang. And you're a big boy. Because Big Boy Pride celebrates the man of size. Okay? And I know my children, honey.
They be naked as hell, champ.
If the whole idea of it would be because they know you straight, it would be that one bitch who would sit there and say, oh, I know behind closed doors, if I keep my mouth shut, I could at least suck his dick. Okay? I told that to Dave. I said, so now I need you to understand where you coming, because you come into a territory where there's sharks parading. Sharks and barracudas. Okay? Flesh-eating fish. Okay? So, you need to understand that. And he's like, oh, I can handle it. I said, no, I'm telling I want you to understand that because you're going to be in the minority. Okay? You're going to be a pretty straight man in the minority of hungry, sexually
It's cocktail kicking in.
cocktail-induced children. Okay? So I need you to understand that. So I'm saying all that to say, when you're dealing with
Be careful what you ask for.
didn't I say that earlier? Okay. Didn't I say that earlier? Be careful what you ask for. I'm saying all that to preface this because I know you have LGBT fans because I'm one of them, and being of the alphabet children community. I get tired of saying all them goddamn letters. Okay. And we don't vote on the letters. They keep adding shit that we don't approve. Anyway.
Yeah, we still ain't get the feedback on who's allowed to add the damn letters. We've been in search of this shit. I need to know.
Okay.
Y'all just keep
Being
on adding
that
letters.
I understand my community and how loyal they are. You know, have you had with Jason? That's a no for you because you said, okay, this is new for me. What about you, Dave? Because dealing with the alphabet children, how is it that you have been able to stay, diplomatic without hurting their feelings and without shunning a fan? Because there's a lot of them who want to come on as groupies who may think that if I could just touch that him touch the environment kind of thing. What has that been for you over the years? Because as a heterosexual man, You know, most heterosexual men want to bash the gay children, nigga. You know, the nigga what? You know, bop bop bop. You know, how is it that you're able to show respect for your alphabet children fan without
Mike,
all of that?
your mic is muted.
Wait a
You
minute.
muted, Dave.
Yeah, there you
Thank
go.
you. I've done about 40 plays, man, and in those plays, there's always gay, there's always LGBTQ, the women, the men, and the last 2-3 plays I've been in, my sons were gay. So I mean, over the years, I've yeah, you know, not Tony, but you know, the other guy in the one play you saw, and then the one, my main son in the one play you saw where I had the kidney problem, and I told him I'd rather die than to have his, you know, whatever his F organ, the F organ inside my body. So just over the years, man, I just I'm just got used to it. I'm secure in who I am, and I'm cool with it. I don't think I would ever. I know for a fact I would never test the waters, but I'm just saying they respect me. I respect them. I mean, I have some really like Meech. You one of my best friends on the planet. Like I don't fear that. I don't get nervous around it. I just, you know, there was this one time though. I did get a little nervous. I got a little nervous in the last play with Deidre. One of the girls, I didn't know that she was a trans. And I was at a dinner and a friend of mine said, "Yeah, you know this Dave from Men at Large." And the girl said, "Oh, he in that play with my boy." I was like, "Was she a trans or whatever?" I was like, "What?" I was like, "Nah, ain't no trans in the joint." And she was like, "Yeah, it is the one that played the grandmother." I was like, "What?" So all the next week, I'm looking at her jogging pants, trying to see if it's a bug and stuff like. So what happened was her car broke down, and they had to ask because she lived by me, and they asked me to give her a ride to rehearsal for 2 weeks straight. So I have some handicapped friends too, and like they don't want you to beat around the bush and assume. They want you to ask. So I said, "Well, hell, I'm gonna sit in the car, and when she get in the car, I'm gonna ask her." I said, "So you know, somebody told me you were a trans." She was like, "Yeah, I am." Man, I got nervous. I got nervous and shit out in the car. But I'm saying, I started asking questions. I was like, "Why? What? When? Where? And how?" And she just told me the whole scheme. It was just
somebody telling you to breathe. Just
and it was just like it was just
I'm good. I promise I'm good.
I mean, you know, I've just gotten used to it, man. I don't fear it. I think people that have a fear of it, and I don't want to, you know, offend anybody, are bi-curious. If you have a fear of it, then I think that you're I don't want that around me. You know what I'm saying? Because one of my homeboys that passed away, his name is Trent Roberts. He was in the play with me. We did a play together probably for like about 10 years. Man, I miss that nigga so much.
I'm telling you, you was in so right. Yeah.
Right. And so we would be out on the road. And I remember one time we was in Miami. He was like, "Okay, now y'all, we're gonna go to the beach. Now I need y'all to stay 6 feet in front of me and behind me. I don't want y'all interfering when I do my thing." And when I tell you, he used to pull the hardest of the hardest dudes.
Honey. Right.
So I'm just saying, I'm comfortable. Yeah. I don't mind it. It doesn't bother me.
But you know what, Dave? I've said that all the time in different shows and in different platforms that we have done. And that's one of the things I always say, because they represent me. You know, I'm actually represented as the big guy ally. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm comfortable in my own skin.
But you like men too, though, right?
Hell no.
You know I gotta mess with you, dog. You know I gotta mess with you.
Hey, he said that. Wait a minute, he said that so innocently. But
listen, I just need that. Listen, I'm just gonna give you that for that one, because ain't nobody been able to throw him off like that. Thank you.
Thank you, Meech, man. I'm enjoying myself so much, man.
B.
I got a session. I gotta go. I got a session.
Yeah, y'all got to go.
Damn, I got a flight.
Before you go.
That's cap.
Before you go, champ, tell us the difference in understanding the business of gospel versus the business of R&B. Because as a gospel artist, when you went into that gospel section, what is that for you? Because a lot of folks won't talk about that, because everybody think that because it's Jesus, everybody think it's going to be on the up and up and things of that nature. But oftentimes that gospel is more gangster than the R&B.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'll leave you guys with this. I've learned how to, in my youth, even 10 years ago, I would have given you a very different answer, because but I've learned that we don't have to always say everything that it is.
Come on now.
But I will say, I used to say the gospel industry is worse than the R&B industry. I used to. But I'm 48 and I understand it's sharks everywhere.
I was going to say it's still a business. It's still a business.
The Bible, there's a scripture in the Bible says that it's not what goes into a man that defiles him, but it's what comes out of a man.
Yes.
If you foul in R&B,
you're gonna be fouling gospel.
You foul in gospel.
Say it.
If you foul as a Jewish person, you foul wherever you go. It don't matter. You just foul. So what I try to do now, man, Meech, I saw Ricky Smiley had something on Instagram the other day, and I loved it. He was talking about how just because we blood don't mean we family.
Right.
If you rock with me, it's because you possess my heart. You ain't got to agree with everything.
Right.
But gospel, R&B, Hanukkah, Hare Krishna, man, I do whatever because I love everybody, man. I ain't homophobic. I grew up around gay people in church.
Temple.
Just because you gay, I'm a whoremonger. Like to this day, I still like women. Love them.
Yes, we do.
Still an issue.
Did you say a whoremonger? Wait a minute. Did you say a whoremonger?
Still an
said
issue.
it because whoremonger sounds like hamburger.
If he can get it by the gram, he gonna buy 10 pounds.
So I understand, man, that we are all one brain cell away from being effed up.
Right.
Everybody got an issue. So in gospel,
and nobody's going to know who get it right until you close your eyes and go see your creator. So
in gospel music, you got some people who are not very stand-up people, but you got that in R&B too, man. So hopefully, I just hope, man, God, you'll lead me to the people that my light and my energy and my intentions will bring those kind of people to me.
Oh, that's a perfect way to end this. Let me let you guys go because everybody got a flight to catch. What y'all do anyway? Okay, so you know what?
Reach in Alabama is there.
Your social media, dude. Let's rock.
Listen, no, we're gonna keep going. I got a second wave. So what we're gonna do? I want to thank you guys for coming in and doing your thing with us. Thank you for sharing some exclusive content with us.
Hey, man, thank you for having us. I appreciate it.
Oh, honey, listen. And when the album drops, we're doing a listening party here.
Yes.
You understand me?
Give your social media. Give your social media stuff, Jay.
I want all 16 tracks right here.
Hey, follow me at I'm on Instagram at Jason L Champion. Jason Jason L as in Larry Champion. On Facebook, I'm just Jason Champion, and then I have a fan page, the official Jason Champion or Jason Champion official.
Okay.
I don't got no. I don't have TikTok. I don't have none of that other stuff.
Dave, what you got?
Twitter and Instagram is Dave Men at Large. Dave Men at Large. I also have a fan, Dave Tolliver on Facebook and the Dave Tolliver fan page on there, and also we have a Men at Large fan page on Facebook, and we also have a Men at Large Instagram and Twitter, which is at the Men at Large. At the Men at Large.
Tell us about your your Tuesdays on Clubhouse, darling.
On Tuesday night at Clubhouse. We're in our third season, man. We're giving away $2,000, man, to the best singer on the planet. If you out there, make sure you get on Clubhouse and follow Dave Tolliver on Clubhouse.
And I'm winning.
$2,000 every Tuesday at 9 p.m. We're in our fourth week of auditions, and in July 6th starts the battle rounds. We do it like NCAA March Madness. We try to partner up the most competitive voices, and we give away $1,000 for first, $500 for second, $250 for third and fourth, and you also get one of those championship belts like on our Wild and Out. What up to Christine Ross, my man Dre Ski? It's a bunch of people on here.
What up?
Let me see. My man Antonio McClendon, who's a singing fool. It's a bunch of people on here, man. What up, everybody? Chris, what up, Chris?
I think they want your IG, Meech.
My IG.
Yeah, no question.
I'm Big Meech.
What up, LaShawn?
709.
Oh, Lavelle from Twice is on here. What up, Sean?
What up, Lavelle? What up, man?
Yeah, man. But we out, man. Meech, send the check, brother.
I'm gonna hit y'all up because I'm gonna talk about doing a short docu thing for y'all, right?
I'm
Let's do it.
Badass.
thankful and
Fuck it, man.
glad that you guys came on and wanted to do
Cock, man.
the
Fuck it, man.
beautiful time to get
Fuck it, man.
to spend time with you. You're the only one in the group I've never spent time with, so thank you for coming on.
Hey,
There
man,
you
my pleasure, man.
Right?
Anytime.
Your ass, honey. Your ass, honey. Okay.
I'm
And
gonna give him your number.
Huh? Okay.
I'm gonna give him Jason's number. I'm gonna hook y'all up.
Meet, you can have my number, man.
Okay, right.
The love boat soon will be making another run.
Absolutely cannot.
He already
I'm gonna find
take-
out when y'all
don't do it.
available. I'm gonna come around the corner. meet
Right.
and
You
talk
guys
to
go
y'all
ahead
so we
on and do what you got to do. Thank you
All
for
right,
coming.
man.
This is your
Thank
Tuesday.
y'all
Have a safe trip,
Thank
Dave.
y'all for bringing the
Come on.
music back.
Red.
Thank
All
y'all
right.
for
It's
bringing
all
the
good.
music back.
All right, y'all.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, honey, that was Minute Large, honey. Yes.
That damn Dave ain't got no sense.
Yeah, now,
I
not
can't be in the room
drop,
with him and
not,
Red
not
at the
one,
same damn time.
not a single cent of one. Okay. However, yes. Now listen, what we're gonna do, we're gonna regroup, and I gotta take some water, honey, because I done drunk all of my little goblet. My goblet is gone.
Are we good for them? I mean, that was a good interview. We can wrap it up.
You know what? We could, but I got to do. We have a sponsor. I got to do a sponsor, but I want.
If you wrap it, I want nobody to get pregnant.
I've got to talk about this Joe Brown shit.
Oh man, see there you go, man.
Can we do it tomorrow?
You know I don't like
Be no fast
Wait
thing.
a minute, hold on. Let me do the commercial. I'll do the commercial, and then we'll come back and discuss what we're gonna do. Okay. Angelo Ellerby, the Henry Higgins of hip hop, is the founder, president, and CEO of Double Exposure Media Relations. Double Exposure Media Relations is a full-service public relations, marketing, and artist development firm specializing in publicity, photography, artist promotion and artist development, makeup artistry, event production, and EPK development. Celebrating over 45 years in the industry, Angelo believes that a culture that does not take care of nor respect its artists is a culture that leaves nothing behind to appreciate. Let Angelo help you make dollars and cents of the entertainment industry. Contact Double Exposure Media Relations at 201-224-6570. That's 201-224-6570.
Avea, Liliana, Olivia, Nyla, and Nasia. This is Alo Nana. Hey everyone, it is your girl Aunt Nikki, and I am here to tell you about my Alo Nana Creations collection. So let me tell you what this collection consists of right now. Right now we have all natural body butters, all natural rose water spray, and handcrafted crystals and beads jewelry. That means you can get necklaces, you can get bracelets, you can get waist beads, you can get anklets. You can choose from what we already have, or you can give me a call, hit your girl up, honey, and tell me exactly what it is that you think that you need, and I will create a piece especially for you. Okay, so I want y'all to get into this. Yes, I sit here and bead every last one, honey. I'm having such a good time doing it. If you guys didn't see in the beginning when I called out those names, honey, Avea, Liliana, Olivia, Nala, and Nasia, those are my granddaughters. That is where the name Alo Nana came from. We started with the body butters, then I went into the jewelry, and baby, I just added this rose water, honey, and I am telling you, it is amazing. Look at the ending credits to see where you can purchase you some, where you can order it.
Have you tried Big Rob popcorn? It's a wonderful anytime snack that everyone will love. Available in 3 flavors. Grown and sexy, which is the perfect mix of cheddar, cheese, and caramel. Sugar Shack, a fruitful flavored mix of watermelon and apple. So delicious and good. How about spicy butter and white cheddar? Everyone loves it. That's why it's called good. All Big Rob snacks are manufactured in an FDA-approved facility and flash sealed for freshness, safety, and worldwide delivery. To order, call or text 937-367-8650. That's 937-367-8650. Or contact Big Rob via Instagram at Hey Big Rob. As the holidays approach, take advantage of the holiday special. Purchase more than 2 bags and receive a free CD. Call or text 937-367-8650 to place your order now. Big Rob popcorn, the perfect snack that you will love. It's so delicious.
All right. And we are back. For those of you who are still here, thank you for your time, your love, and your appreciation, darlings.
Okay, Mitch, let's talk about this masculine motherfucker.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay.
Don't think of Brown.
You sick of him?
I don't like the son bitch, to tell you the truth, but
you know what? I was trying to get through his little doo-wah-diddy of an interview, honey. It wasn't even an interview. You know, what's the basketball player? His name is Kwame Brown.
It's Kwame, yes. Kwame
Okay.
been tearing their asses up.
And he needed to. He needed to.
Because all their asses up, and I'm here for it.
Okay. However, he brought on the judge. Okay. And let me see. I think I'm gonna start it here because I'm gonna have to share. I was trying to download it so that I could just cut it out to make it happen here. However, what has happened is the file is so large that hey, okay, Brandon, you still here? He said, I'm still here. Hey, baby, thank you, sugar. Now, what we're gonna do? I'm gonna share the screen, and I'm gonna share the. I'm not gonna play the whole thing. I think I got it where it ought to be shared. Because I'm only going to play a particular part, then I'm going to cut it off. Okay? Okay, can y'all see this? Y'all see this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
For example, you can find old dictionaries, they've got heterophobic, but they don't have homophobia in there. But now if you type it into an iPhone, heterophobia is red underlined because they don't recognize it as a word, but homophobic, they'll put up a rainbow, you get that little emoji popping up. That's the flipping of the script, all right? And when they start getting you thinking this way, toxic masculinity. See, what they call toxic masculinity is the absence. Because that's where you come in, where I come in, is we're trying to deal with imposing masculinity. Because masculinity is a set of standards inputted into a boy so long, so often, so hard that when he becomes a man, it is innate in his character. And that's about making where you live a better, safer, more secure place filled with economic prosperity, sense of purpose, morality, and ethics, where you dedicate yourself to public peace, dignity, and order, and you are a man of peace who can be violent and brave and courageous when necessary. You see, that's what men do, where the little women and children get in the lifeboat first when the damn Titanic is going down. So they try to destroy that, and by destroying it, they translated get a chance to get their freak on in legitimacy. Now, see, homosexuality is distinguished from this LGBT stuff. Now, I employed some gay folks, still got one or two on the payroll, and they look at this stuff as a cult. And if I can explain, all right, I'm straight, I'm heterosexual. But when I see Lizzo the Lizard Hippo with a bare, fat, flabby ass trying to twerk in public, looking like a damn harlot, in front of children, that's not right. When I look at Cardi B, who is a street walking hoe who brags about how she used to drug her drinks so she could rob them.
Yeah, she did.
See, that kind of thing put up as an exemplar of heterosexuality and normality. That is not normal. Something wrong with that. Okay, a homosexual who is taking care of his business and his bedroom freak is his own business is different from some damn fools with a gay pride parade with nothing on but some leather chaps and their bare asses dicks hung out with a bunch of children looking at them. See, there is a difference. In other words, keep your business to yourself. We don't know what the hell you're up to. I remember.
All right, I'm gonna stop it there.
Paramount.
Okay.
That's why I don't like talking about his ass.
I don't fuck with him, man.
Old fucking stupid bastard. And now I'm mad at Kwame because I don't know why the fuck is you talking to this bastard.
And you know what? I'm gonna tell you something I brought up to me the other day. I got a problem with this high yellow brinkled up ass motherfucking
I think he got dementia.
Uncircumcised dickhead ass motherfucker. Let me tell you something. This motherfucker.
I'm eating my chicken. I
Get
can't
that fucking videotape out in the motherfucking world of him being a fucking drunken womanizer, and you got the nerve to speak on masculinity.
Well,
what the fuck do gay pride got to do with we don't know what you're doing?
What the
They
fuck?
all having a good fucking time, you old bastard. You should try it. Maybe you take your ass.
I think somebody took his PP. I think somebody took his PP. I think that's what happened to him.
Right, because he's so mad. Why the fuck are you so mad?
Somebody took his PP while he was on one of them wild.
Gay did something to him or took his something. I don't know.
Somebody
something happened.
Somebody put a Bristol in the bed with him while he was on the trip.
And who are you?
Okay,
That
wait a
man
minute.
is so hateful. Like, I just hate even when we gotta talk about it. I'm like, I'm so sick of his shit.
Right.
Wait
He's
a minute.
just like one of the
Hold
old
on.
ass people that you just gotta let them say what the fuck they gonna say, because it's like he ain't gonna never hear us because he's stuck in his fucking ways. Fuck you and your ass. I don't care.
I tell you what, Meech's gonna give me a chance to get at his ass. I'm gonna get at that motherfucker.
Hold on. Y'all see this?
And who are you? Woo, shit. I keep telling my boys, bring somebody like this home and a daughter. How do you feel? Yeah.
He drunk as hell.
Who are you, bro?
Hey, Judge.
Come on, baby.
Judge. What you drinking on over there?
Double Monte Sapphire. And I need a granddaughter like this.
Hey, guess what, Judge? I'm not guilty.
I'm not guilty. Fuck this shit. Fuck this shit. Niggas ain't guilty. I do not do that bullshit anymore.
You don't?
No. I'm about making a
Oh, I got it now, y'all. I got it. I understand
Hey, but you
now.
know what? You're right, because I've been watching TV in the
Tell y'all what it is.
Bro, give me a picture, bro. No, it's on.
Okay, all right.
New shit. You obscure, man.
Well, our memory started to kick in. You feel me?
Are you a real player? Yeah, see, look, the bad picture, man. Wait. Give me a good picture, man. This is my 50-year-old wife.
You said take a picture of what?
Whether I'm clear.
All right.
You want to talk about whether I'm a player? This is my 50-year-old wife.
Oh, 50? She ain't 50.
She's 50.
She's not 50. She ain't 50.
She's bad.
She is not 50. She ain't 50.
You talk about an old man, be a bad motherfucker. Yo, come out.
How the young lady?
Baby's on with this.
Get closer.
Get closer, huh? I get closer. One more.
Oh, hell yes. Make old man feel like a good motherfucker.
Hey, that's what I like to hear. That's right.
I went to John Dale, Junior High, Manual Arts, and Dorsey High.
Oh, we here. We found it.
Yeah, you know. Shit.
Out here.
Look, got a break in.
I know you were, but I don't know who the hell you were. You find gender thing? Modified LTYJ? You don't want to.
Look, that's a trainee back there.
LTYJ is lunch in New York.
Because you had just had that concern.
You motherfuckers rap this week.
Are we really watching this whole thing?
They don't allow to be used any goddamn more because
Okay, me. Let that motherfucker go.
You said, okay, you know how to know.
I'm so full because I ate all the skin off.
What you say? Okay, I can't do no more. I can't do no more.
And I don't give a fuck if you pay attention to that video on the very back.
I'm like, do we
there's
have
a
to
tall
watch all
white
this?
man. Hold on, Nikki. You don't hear me? There's a tall white man in the back with a dress on.
That's what I was trying to say. I think I got it. And one of them days when he had one of them,
Like, what the hell was going on in that hotel?
Woke up in the bed next to somebody else.
I'm telling you, if you look in the back, in the black skirt and heels in the far back, while he got them sitting there doing all this frolicking, there's a motherfucking goddamn tranny right there.
How about it?
I'm looking to the back. I'm like this. Wait a minute. I said, well, look what the fuck they had going on there.
I don't like talking about his
Okay.
ass. I'm sick and tired of his fucking ass.
I'm telling you, Meech ain't got that motherfucker on here because Meech know I'm a blessing.
Okay. Listen, I'm gonna say like this because I was trying to get through the whole interview, right? Because it's a 2-hour interview. Well, a 2-hour session.
who are you?
I ain't gonna call it an interview. I'm gonna call it a session. Okay. That Kwame did with him, and I've gotten through maybe an hour and a half of it, I think.
When I saw he was on, I didn't watch it because now
And
I'm mad at
I'm like,
Kwame.
okay, and the reason why I bait myself into these kinds of things because it's like, okay, I have to understand, and I know folks are going to say some shit that's going to piss me off, but I try not to take the emotional route to it. You know, I try to sit down here and I want to filter what the folks are saying so that I can hear where they are, okay? And yet consistently, what has happened with the rightful judge is that he has shown his ass.
I was getting ready to say, until we see an
many
interview
occasions.
with him saying he's ready to apologize for all the offensive stuff and stuff, I have no need to watch any more of anything that he's a part of because it's going to be
My
the same
problem, Nikki, if you remember when Meech, had the radio interview with him, all that fuck shit that came up out of that. Okay, he ain't changed. He's got the same.
He's not going to change.
Wait, let's put some clarity on that. He's not going to change, and on top of not changing, when I challenged him on certain issues, he never pulled through an argument.
I was in on that show. I was listening on
He
the
sat down there and got quiet on me. It was the other guest that they brought in on that.
Because they brought the other guest in.
Because they brought the other girl in. I wasn't.
They brought that guest in the block because he could not handle you on his own.
He was not going to be able to handle Meech, and he couldn't.
Right.
I was
right,
in
and
on
he
that
got
because
very
I was at
quiet.
the radio station, right? Because it wasn't even yours.
Yeah. Right.
Other
You know
station.
what? And as a matter of fact, what I'm gonna do is because for those of you who've never seen it, I'm gonna put the post here on the tube so that you guys can understand.
Let me see. Okay, Judge Joe Brown, you might be first up on the goddamn docket in
petty court,
nigga.
Oh,
I'm the judge in this bitch. The gavel say so.
Okay.
What you want, you old bastard?
You are silly.
Your boyfriend probably at home.
Oh, has it been 2 years already? Damn.
I know. It's been a long time. Y'all, we've been doing this thing, honey. We've been around.
Wow, I didn't realize that. No, I didn't realize it's been that long.
Wait a minute. 2018?
Hey, I told you that as soon as we was out there doing that we was shooting that music video that day, and that older lady walked up to me and said, I know you. I watch y'all show every morning before I go to work.
Okay.
I told you that time when the lady got in my damn Uber. Talking about, you look like the lady that's on the show I watch. I was like, what's the name of the show? She said, Atlanta's Ugly. I turned around. She said, oh! I said,
Okay,
Like,
right.
motherfuckers
Okay,
really
that
watching.
part.
So. But then when I started looking at the views, and the least amount of views that I had ever saw on an episode of Atlanta's Ugly was 10,000. That was the very least amount of views. So I didn't realize that many people was watching. So there you have it. They know us, y'all. I made a video about that too. I went on my beta IG video. I said, y'all, we got fans. I said, we got fans. I didn't even know we had fans, y'all. We got fans. Like, it's crazy. But we out here. We out here.
Okay, what you got, Brandon? You said I got some questions for him too. Okay, now listen, the link that I put up there is not my link. I don't know who did this. But it's a 12-minute link, 12 minutes and 34 seconds. I need to see how they crop this because I don't know what happened here. This is my first time seeing this. Hey.
Lord, I'm going to watch Perry Mason because he got the. Y'all know what that means.
So y'all sit down here. I don't know how they cropped it out or whatever, but it's interesting because it says explicit language caught Joe Brown. Judge Joe Brown takes on heterophobe, gay, big meat. Now that's not mine. I don't know who clipped this or whatever, but that there will give
Did they
you.
call you heterophobe?
You know that's his language because he
I know, but
claiming.
I'm saying, is that clip? Is that what they're saying?
Yeah, that's what it said. Heterophobe. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we didn't see who made that because now I'm on your ass too.
Okay, wait. This is made by TTV 30 Clip Gaming! Exclamation point. I don't know what the hell that means.
Is that on YouTube?
It's on YouTube. Yeah, the link.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
And it got business in the morning. I'm gonna find it.
So far, they posted this on May 6, 2019, and it has 377 views so far, 8 likes, no dislikes. But I want to see how they clip this out because But all I know is that my time with him was very interesting. And that, he was not one to sit down and really engage me the way. In fact, that's how I met Stan.
He's a whole ass.
That's how I met Stan Mason. Because Stan was, he considered Judge considered him to be a son, and Stan had called in on that show. He was like, "Wow, this wasn't what I was expecting to hear." And so Stan got in touch with me. Was like, "Wow, you're different," And that's how Stan and I got into communication. So it's very
tell his pop to stop acting up.
So be that as it may. But having said all that, okay, so y'all have that. This cocktail that kicked in, honey, and yeah.
That cocktail kicked in a half hour ago. I don't know why
it sure as hell did, honey. It sure as hell did.
Yeah, that's what you do when you drink Alabama Slammers.
I may be making a punch for Sunday. That's what I'm naming it.
What?
The PDC.
The hell?
It's a PDC punch. Philly, Detroit, and Chicago.
Another 3 the hard way.
Okay. The hard way, huh?
Yes, the PDC, the 3 the hard way.
Okay.
Because y'all know it's y'all niece's birthday on Sunday.
Going now.
It's her actual birthday.
Okay.
And if your other niece, somebody take her day, she flying in too.
Okay.
So everybody get the cooking.
On that note,
supposed to be cooking tomorrow.
Right. Well, I don't know.
Oh, Nikki, I didn't tell you. We also shoot music video at the picnic.
Okay. Did you see in the group chat today where I told make sure you bring your cameras and stuff so that you can video everything that's going on? Because I'm absolutely not being behind the camera.
No, we're talking about we asked the album, the resume that we've been doing with Bigger, me, and all them drops on the 15th, and we finna start shooting the video at this picnic.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, well that's cute.
What's his name? No
Who?
Filter. He gonna be getting behind the scenes stuff, all the stuff too.
All right, that's cute.
So we get some cute B-roll. Oh, let me tell y'all this real funny thing before we leave. So when we was in Philly, and I'm gonna send y'all the video. Keisha tells Siri, "Take me to the neighborhood." Siri says, "Okay, taking you to the neighborhood." We go to the directions, and I swear to God, Siri took hey, there go my son, Genesis. When y'all gonna shoot my video? I was just home. You ain't asked me nothing about shooting your damn video.
What video? You ain't saying nothing.
That was Timmy. That was the
I know he ain't said nothing about no damn video.
He sure didn't. I was just there. But look, so Siri took us to the gay, but took us straight down 13th Street, where's where all the gay clubs and all the girls and the boys be.
Right.
What, 13? Yeah, 13th Street has always been that since we were younger. And when we got there, Siri said, what did she say? You've arrived at the neighborhood. I got it on camera. I got it. I'm gonna give it to you. Oh, not me. Oh, you want them to do it? I'm the one who shoots the films.
What you didn't know, we knew.
I say,
Okay.
Okay. All right, yo, I know I'm out of here.
Well, listen, yeah, we're gonna sit down and let you guys get back to your it's Friday night.
Niggas drop it
early enough for those of you who trying to go out to the club. We're getting out of here before the witching hour. How about that?
Yes. I'm on salad duty, so I gotta make potato salad, macaroni salad.
Y'all know the witching hour is 12 midnight, honey, and I usually don't dance before 12, honey. And so
But you look like you about to dance enough right now. Look at you. Lift them eyes up. You can't, can you? Your fresh
yes,
ass.
I can do that. Okay.
Your fresh ass. Them eyes is low.
But anyway.
Hey.
Huh?
Little Dave was here.
Right. He didn't want to come on camera because I got to send Dave a picture of him. I'm like, listen, honey, I need for y'all to take a damn DNA test on it just to make sure.
They damn sure look alike. Yes, they do.
Okay.
Somebody's daddy was a Rolling Stone.
Huh? Well.
Cole said hers. Mook said hers. Well, we know that. Hoary ass bastard.
So on that note, my darling, listen, we thank you for your time, your love, and your consideration for dishing tea with Big Meats, honey. And the crew, we thank you for coming up in here. But we're going to let you guys go, honey. So you may finish all of your crumpets, my darling, because the tea has been dished.
Hold on. And while you're dishing tea, I need y'all to doggone know soon, coming to a shop near you, Royal Extension Hair Salon and Products has doggone been launched. It's going digital.
I hear that. So you like
all right. Grade 12A. Grade 12A.
Oh, I want to be a distributor too, Nate. She said she was
Okay,
waiting for it to come
wait a minute, honey. We got to do a commercial. I
will. We doing it.
Right. Okay. So with that being said, honey, you may finish all of your crumpets because the tea has been dished and you've been dishing tea, darlings. With Big Meech and Aunt Nikki and the big guy ally over there, that's Big Red, and to our very, very special guests who came up in here, Minute Large, Dave Tolliver and Jason Champion, and also a special guest correspondent, honey, who came in to represent, honey, for the Whitehead family, honey. Okay.
The chick with the juice was in here, honey.
Chick with the Jews was up in here, honey. She just had to have her presence, honey, because she's like, wait a minute, y'all talking about my daddy. So I need to
be girl, where you at?
Okay. And so with that being said, thank you all for coming up in here. Like, share, subscribe, whatever platform that you're watching this on. Yes. Take and share this with everybody, honey. Comment and things of that nature. We love you, we love you, we love you. And things of that nature, honey. And if you love us, tell all of your friends. But if you hate us, tell all of your motherfucking enemies.
Every last one.
But do know this, everything that we're doing over here, any way, shape, style, form, or fashion, everything that we're doing will move forward. So on that note, my darling, we have some exciting things coming down the line. We're about to start recording some short films soon. We're in the process of getting the scripts together. And I think we're about to launch Diversity TV Network very, very soon. And we have some exciting things coming.
And the YouTubers, y'all can start going to Big Red Fella TV and for story time.
Big Red Fella TV is, listen, this motherfucker put something up there, honey, that's funny as shit.
He's still
okay. So be that as it may. So having said all that, honey, we're going to let you guys get back into your world. Well, hold on for a minute. What the fuck is she making that she got to come over here for everything? I ain't got no goddamn brown.
Bye, y'all.
Okay. Damn it, that done fucked up my ending, honey. She just asked for brown sugar. Now she needs some goddamn ginger.
Hey, bitch, what you want me to do? You want me to cook it and eat it too?
Anyway. even do my woohoo. Woohoo. I can't even. Fuck it. I'm gone.
Come on, I got
Never mind. Bye. Just bye.